Hi everyone, welcome again to the Honeyflow show, another Wednesday. Hope your week is going great for all you guys. We got another special guest. I was just with him on Instagram. We're also trying Instagram now. I just want to say hello to Facebook and YouTube. It's exciting to actually be on Facebook again and YouTube doing these interviews. Make sure you make your way to Twitch because you will see the comments from Twitch live, of course, and it's a free streaming app. But we're going to bring in our next special guest, DJ Kmackulit. We're going to hear all about his story and his journey as well. It's going to be interesting because I'm not going to give it away, but there's certain things that are different about him that I'm interviewing compared to all the DJs I've interviewed in the last 2 years. So we're going to find out a little bit more about his story as well. So let's bring him in too. And thank you guys for joining the chat. I appreciate you. I've been having some technical difficulty, but we're going to keep this moving. Thank you so much, Big Stove, too. I just saw that you subscribed to my show for 3 months. Appreciate you so much, and everyone supporting my show. Thank you, guys. It means a lot to me. All the and the follows and people just coming today and checking out and learning more, importantly, about DJ Kmackulit, because that's the mission. So let's bring him in. Hey, how you doing again?
Hey, what's going on?
We got to say hi like we just saw each other, like that we've never seen each other before, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah. Thanks for coming on Instagram with me. I really appreciate that. And, that's something new. For those that were on Instagram with us, if you could let us know how the sound was, the audio, if it was choppy, if it was okay, if we're kind of overlapping, if there was a delay, that would be good feedback for me to know because Instagram's been definitely interesting too. But right now we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch too. Oh, sounds good. Okay, thanks, Sophie. I really appreciate that too, that feedback. So we're gonna get started here. So for all you guys that don't know, we got DJ Kmackulit, everyone in the building. Make sure you add him right there, actually right here. And I don't think I don't have any mods in the building. So if someone could actually post his link, because I don't see it coming through my stream yards, I will add that to the show. So he's originally from Chicago, and we're actually talking on Instagram about that. I'm going to ask you that question again for all the people that missed it on Twitch. What is like special about, well, of course, it's my favorite city in the States, but what is special about Chicago?
Definitely the food in Chicago. So as I was saying earlier on Instagram, they come up with all kind of things, but it's all a deliciousness. Like they will take a hamburger and they'll put gyro meat on it, they'll put Italian beef meat on it, and it just tastes so delicious. All I got to say. Sophia Choi, Italian beef sandwiches, definitely.
Wow, I've never
Like to have
tried
it
the
dipped with
Italian.
hot peppers and have any kind of mozzarella cheese, any type of cheese. It's always good stuff.
I thought
Definitely.
your deep dish pizza and also your signature popcorn, that warm popcorn on Magnificent Mile, was like the
Get the Garrett's
trademarks.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the deep dish pizza. I don't eat deep dish pizza that often. It's normally just regular pizza that we eat here. I think it's more of a I don't know. I don't really go to a restaurant and say, "Let me get the deep dish pizza."
Yeah, because you're gonna
I just
feel
get
like a
regular
deep
pizza.
dish. You're gonna feel like
Yeah,
a deep dish if you eat that pizza. That's some serious
exactly.
crust on that pizza. I mean, that's thicker than a Patti LaBelle pie, I noticed, the deep dish pizzas.
Patty,
Exactly. Patty, Patty. Exactly. Hey, did you do that sound effect? That sounded like it came off of your mixer.
Patty. That was me.
What? I don't see your lips moving. I think you're delayed again. Yeah, you are.
Patty.
Yeah, you're definitely
Yeah,
delayed, your video. Oh, well, we're gonna see if we could keep this going for sure. And see how it goes. So I'm gonna do a few shout outs here. We got DJ Jonah in the building. Thank you for referring to, because DJ Jonah was the one who said, "Hey, you got to get DJ Kmackulit on your show."
definitely.
Exactly.
DJ Joe. Then we got Ashton in the club, aka Antoine, Big Stove, Fresh, Chris Camouflage, Sophie and Troy.
This is quite a
Appreciate y'all
username.
pulling up.
What is
Appreciate
this?
y'all pulling up.
Woo, I got Nothing to
Um,
lose?
Without you, I
Oh
got
my
nothing
gosh.
to lose.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
it
need
took me a long time to figure
I
that
need
out
my
too.
bifocals, guys. Don't blame me. I'm getting old. So I was like,
Took me a
"Woo,
long time to
got
figure that out
nothing
too.
to lose." That would have taken me a while. If I was DJing my show, I would be mashing up your name, girl. I apologize. We
I
got
definitely messed
DJ
up her name too.
we got
So
DJ Genius in the building, eats beats and
genius.
rhymes. Who
Abraham, what's
else?
going on, genius?
DJ Chris Camouflage as well. Yeah, that is. We got DJ Coach Herb. It does look like Woo, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what we call her for short. Woo instead of saying without you, I got nothing to lose. We
Or
just call
sometimes
her
I'll
Woo.
just skip their user ID and I'll just say the last part of it. I kind of cheat,
Yeah.
but I mash up like crazy names. Like there was a girl that came on my show and her name was Bag Lady. You know what I called her the entire show? B.A. Gladdy, the entire show. And my mods are like, can you not read like English? It just says Bag Lady. But do you ever have that problem when you like mix and it's just like it's not registering? You're looking at the chat moving, you're talking, you're trying to mix, your brain split because you're trying to mix two songs, right? And you're just looking at the name, and for the life of you, even though it's easy, you can't get it. Has that ever happened to you?
Always mess up people's names in the chat. And then I come back like 5 minutes later, but oh, that's how you say her name after I've like mixed the song in and it's a longer song so I can actually read the chat. I was like, oh wait, I said their name all wrong. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
I do
bad,
too.
y'all.
We got Big Stove in the building, this girl Xtina as well, that we definitely tried roasting yesterday on my show, which was a lot of fun. We got Ashton into club. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming through. If you guys have any questions, we got DJ Rick. If you guys have any questions, definitely drop them
DJ
on my
Rick
show.
66. What
It's
up, man?
it's not just me asking the questions, definitely drop them on the show. So this is going to be an interesting show because DJ Kmackulit, there's something that you may not know about him. He's probably the second person I've interviewed or third person out of like 2 years of interviewing that is actually new to DJing. So we kind of briefly talked about that on Instagram. You mentioned that you originally were a gamer, and then what compelled you to move from, do you actually do both gaming and DJing like together currently?
When I first started on Twitch, I was just watching people game. And so I think I did like one gaming stream. It was only for like 30 minutes. It was just something real quick, just playing around. But I watched people game for a long time on Twitch. Actually, I just looked at the old profile that I had. I was on Twitch in 2018 when the account was created. So
Oh,
when I was watching people game on Twitch, and like I said, I only did like that one quick stream. It was only like 30 minutes, just kind of playing around. But I'm actually starting to get back into gaming a little bit now. So I want to start doing that too. So DJing and gaming, got to do
that'll be
both.
dope. Yeah, that'll be really good. What are your like favorite games that you like
Back
as a
in the
game?
day when I
Mhm.
was actually watching people game, it was Halo 2. And then there's one of my friends in the chat, Sophie and Troy. We used to always play Halo 2 with each other. It was actually no, I'll keep that story to myself, but we play Halo 2 a lot. There's a game called Skyrim that came
Mhm.
out in 2011, I think. I played a lot of hours into that. Then, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, it's just the normal
What
stuff.
about like Grand Auto Theft or no?
I played that a little bit back in the day, back when San Andreas was
Mhm.
the hot thing. But as far as like the newer ones, I don't play those.
Or any
No.
like shoot 'em up games? Would that be Halo? I don't know because I'm not
Halo
really a
was a
gamer.
first person shooter. Like the
Mhm.
newer stuff, like Call of Duty, Fortnite, those type of things. I'm not really into those. So
And they don't ever make you dizzy? Because I thought Halo 2, I don't know if it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know I don't even know what the saying is. Like,
mhm.
I don't want to say first person, but like, when the
That is the
camera's
saying,
moving,
right? When you just
is that it?
have right,
Okay.
when you just see just the gun or weapon that they have,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's first person. Yeah.
And that doesn't make you dizzy? Maybe Honeyflow's getting old, man, but like, that makes me
Not at all.
dizzy. No, I need gamers to slow down when they're walking, you know? It makes me dizzy. I'm just like, I can't. I can't do this. I don't know. Yeah, I said shoot 'em up. How could you tell I am not a gamer? I would love to game though. I love like remember Street Fighter back in the day?
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
I like those type of games, like where a girl's like a ninja, like, she's seriously kicking butt. Like I
Women
like,
empowerment, huh? That's what it is.
well,
Like
I
you
don't
see your
know.
own kind.
I just like seeing a
Wah!
girl like a GI Joe, like a Wonder Woman, and she's like jumping all over things and yeah, basically kicking butt and shooting people. But I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. This girl Xtina says Honeyflow wants the gamers to get killed by walking slow. But have you noticed that a lot of gamers will slow things down to talk to their chat and do the
Mhm.
commentary, you know? I like Grand Auto Theft, although it probably I don't know if it's a
Grand
bad
auto
game.
theft.
Is that considered like a bad kind of game? I don't know. I kind of like it. Like when I see some of the girls on there, you know,
Mhm.
ready to like kill someone. I don't know. It's kind of fun watching.
Just depends on what you like, you know? Depends on
Yeah.
what you like.
So you're not like Nintendo, like jumping on mushrooms?
Oh, that's where I started. The first Nintendo, the original NES is where I started, like, the gaming, thing. It was originally my older brother's, but it's in the same house as mine too, it's like the both of ours, so, yeah, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, was Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, I
Oh
had
wow.
Switch. I went through all of them, and then I had
Wow.
the original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now the Xbox Series S. So I've had them all.
Okay, and I think you would have one an edge over anyone else because you can game and DJ. I think that's so cool, like doing a few things together.
Mhm,
Because I know a lot of DJs are like, "Hey, if you're a DJ, you should only be a DJ." But really, when you're on Twitch, everyone has such different shows, and every DJ comes from something different, right? They could have a radio background, they could be more wedding corporate, they could be a club mixer. Like, I feel like even breaking down DJs in different categories, and I see some DJs they do like a full TV show of entertainment, right? So do you think
mhm.
that there's, like, just one thing to Twitch, or do you think anyone can really create and become anything they pretty much want on Twitch? What do you think?
Anyone can do anything they want on Twitch. Talking to some of the people like in the Twitch community, and then even watching your stream with was it Mad Live or DJ Jonah? We talked about the lady who was just sleeping, and people were watching her sleep. Like there was one that DJ Coach Herb said it was a lady making pizzas. I didn't get a chance to watch her, but then there's like one where there's like the camera pointing at turtles and all kinds of crazy stuff on Twitch. So whatever your heart desires, you could make it what you like on Twitch.
I agree
Definitely.
with you, and that's one thing I really, really appreciate with new DJs. I kind of feel like you're very, like, open-minded. Not saying that guys that have 40 years aren't open-minded, but I kind of feel like a lot of guys that, that have so much experience in especially DJing are like, "Hey, look, your DJ show's gotta be like this, it's gotta go like that." And I feel with newer people that are just starting DJing, I feel like they're really open to ideas and possibilities and and not really saying that can't be done. So I appreciate that getting because you're going to have an entirely different perspective from a lot of people I've interviewed that do have 20, 30 years experience, so I appreciate that you said that because some DJs would think it's ridiculous doing a sleeping stream. I've already asked a few because I wanted to try to do a fun raid just to kind of prove, kind of like a joke, but also to prove like, hey, we can get numbers. We could DJs can get us, watching us sleep too. Like it kind of started off as a joke, but it didn't go very well. Like when I was asking DJs. So, would you ever be open to that, DJ Kmackulit? You would?
Doing what, like as far as the other type of streams
Yeah, like
or
maybe
like
just a sleeping stream with music.
sleeping stream? No. No,
No.
I'm not doing that. So pretty much I'll just stick to my DJing and gaming. And if anything else happens to come about, then I will do that. But can I just take a few moments? I just want to shout out a few people I see that's in the chat. I
Yeah,
see my man
sure.
Jerry the DJ, my man DJ Teddy B, Mr. I Ain't Lying. is in the building. DJ Rick 66, Ashton in the club, aka Antoine. Those are all the people that I like to support, people that to support me. DJ J Jonah, Kurt Holler, um, Fresh One, the Kiki Experience, Woo. We have like a little group that we come together and we made called the Get Right Network. And so we just get together and we try to support as many people as we can. We support as many people, everybody, gamers, podcasters. If you pull up on us, we pull up on you. Sometimes we pull up on you first. It doesn't matter. So just want to shout out the people in the chat here. Got DJ Biggs ENT in the building, Cal Money D, Chris Camouflage, Twitch is our radio. Appreciate all y'all pulling up. Oh man. Thank
Thanks, you
y'all.
guys, for coming through. Yeah, we got quite a turnout today for, of course, DJ Kmackulit. Thank you guys again for coming through. Appreciate you guys. DJ Big Ends, all the way from Toronto, DJ Fresh. Of course, Twitches. Yeah, I'm just trying to see here. DJ Teddy B. Who else? DJ Camouflage. Yeah, lots of people. Jerry the DJ, also another great DJ that runs things in Toronto with the boat cruises. Good to see you guys. DJ P Fu too. I interviewed him a little while ago too. Great interview.
Appreciate you.
Um, let's see here. Ash in the club and everyone else. Thank you guys for coming through. Feel free to follow. Again, I go by DJ Honeyflow. I do a talk show Wednesday nights and some music shows, but most importantly, follow DJ Kmackulit. I have 0 mods in the building right now, so if someone could throw up his link again for me, that would be awesome, and I'll tag it. And I'm pretty sure all you guys are following him. But for the one person in the room that doesn't know DJ Kmackulit, make sure you guys are adding this man. We got Kiki Experience in the building. Great to see you as well. Saw you on
Kiki.
IG too. You have a lot of sound effects, don't you? I
Yeah, I
noticed.
try to. No, I don't know. I just like to kind of personalize the experience. So every time something reminds me of something or someone's name, then it's glued to it, and I use that to keep the camaraderie, to keep make it seem like it's a family affair. Stay lifted. SWD is in the building. How you doing, sister with dimples? Thank
How
you for
you
dropping
doing?
in late.
Stay
Thank you.
lifted. Great to see you. Good to see you. Stay lifted. Make sure you guys add her. So many dope streamers and DJs. Actually, what would really be helpful if you guys stream, put a 1 in the chat. If you're a mod, put a 2, and make sure you guys add one another. That will be easier instead of shouting out every single person. Make sure you guys, again, if you're a streamer, put a 1 because there's so many great DJs and streamers in the building. I could talk about here. And if you're a mod, put a 2. Make sure you guys are adding one another. So,
Appreciate you with that bat signal, coach. Appreciate you.
so I'm curious too, like I'm very interested in the gaming because I haven't interviewed too many gamers too. But like, is it expensive to get started, or is it quite easy or does it depend on what games you're playing for the equipment and to set up like on Twitch?
It depends on what you have. Like I just discovered that I could stream directly from my Xbox. And so
Hmm.
that's what actually got me like started. Like, okay, I can do this again now. So I don't have like a camera or anything hooked up. Because if I have to do a camera, I have to like because the Xbox is in my bedroom, so I don't want to have a camera in my bedroom, and I don't want to move my Xbox into this room either. So I figured if I can just stream straight from the Xbox, you all can just hear me talk. The whole screen is the game. When I figured that out, I was like, oh, well, let me start this again too.
So
Let
you
me
could
get into
stream
this.
directly through your box and do you have to go through OBS or like Streamlabs or some type of thing? Or
Nothing. It
just
streams directly from the Xbox
really?
Series S. Yes.
Do you have to plug it so you don't plug it into a laptop or a phone, I guess like for your
Nothing on
webcam
those has
too?
internet connection. It's all good.
Mhm. Oh,
Now,
okay.
if I want
Would
to
you
do a camera, then I would have to plug in the camera to it. There is a USB port on it. So I
Mhm.
figured I could just plug my camera into it and then maybe it'll work that way. But I haven't experimented with that part yet.
Oh,
So
okay. So did you always know about Twitch? Like you said about 2018, you're
mhm.
watching gamers, but how did you even discover Twitch? Because a lot of people didn't really know what Twitch was, at least from the DJ side before the
Mhm.
pandemic. Did you just kind of
That's a
always
good
knew it
question.
was there?
I'm not sure how I actually stumbled across it. I think it could have probably been on the actual Xbox, like an actual app on the Xbox that
Mhm.
actually got me into it. That I was able to figure out what it was. Yeah, DJ Jojo on the Twitch is integrated with Xbox, so I think that's how I ended up finding it. But then after that, I just like watched a few people play some games on there because I tried that one stream 20, 30 minutes and gave up, and then after that it was over. It was, and I just
Yeah.
stuck to watching people play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you guys could highlight your questions, yeah, definitely let me know because the chat is flying. I'm looking at two laptops, a phone right now, and a webcam, and the chat. You guys can't see. Maybe you guys could see my eyeballs moving, but okay. Thanks, Twitches, for mentioning that because I do usually miss a lot. I must admit. So Ashton says, "What was your first CD? What CD Kmac, and how do you feel about it now?" What? Is that a
I
question
think
for
it's
me?
actually like what was the first CD that I ever bought,
Yeah, yeah.
and what was that?
Oh, that's
I
a
know
good
like
question,
the
actually.
I know like the first. I don't remember which one was the actual first one, but I do remember three CDs that I bought: Mace, Double Up, um, TLC, Fan Mail, and Will Smith was a Millennium. I think it was like Will 2K or something like that. I know it had like a green cover on it. So those I remember are like the first three CDs that I remember ever having in my possession.
Oh, that's
DJ,
dope.
Brr. What up, man?
So, like, let's go back to maybe the first cassette. Do you remember that?
I didn't own cassettes.
Oh, you're
Like
making me
that's when I
sound
first
old then.
because I didn't really. I listened to music a lot when I was younger, but as far as like purchasing music, yeah, it wasn't until
Uh-huh.
like the CD era. Those were like the first three CDs I remember. Just to remember which one was the first. I think Mace Double Up was the first one I want to say, but I never owned an actual
What about
cassette.
Okay, what about for you guys? Do you guys remember your first cassette tape or vinyl or like CD, whatever it was? Do you guys remember it? If you do, throw it in the chat. DJ says crisscross. DJ Fresh, well, I had cassettes, so I guess I'm older than all of you guys. DJ Fresh is like,
Never
no
owned a cassette. My older brother did have cassettes, but I didn't have any like cassettes.
Yeah. So Sophie and Troy says, what's your favorite type of music to mix?
My top two is definitely R&B and house music. That's what I like to do. And then like the house music that I do mix is almost more of like a R&B house music. So it's a lot of different like R&B versions, but house they turn into house music. So I like to play those here.
Yeah,
Okay.
and house is so huge in Chicago too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
like
late 80s, house got
mhm.
really, really, really big.
Yeah, house is
Genius say
definitely
impeccable taste. Thank you, Genius. Appreciate that.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Oh, what? DJ, is like no auntie vibes. Someone called me auntie the other day. I felt so old. I was like, thanks. Thanks, kid.
Nah, it's
Um,
okay.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
definitely uncle material now,
Yeah,
so it is what it
exactly.
is.
DJ
It is
Genius
what it is.
says, my first CD was Mo Money soundtrack. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good
Um,
one, Genius.
DJ Jonah, have you met him? Because he's in Chicago too.
He might not know, but I've actually been to maybe like a wedding or some type of function I went to. I remember him actually playing, like actually DJing there. He probably don't remember me, but I do remember him like seeing him personally like DJing. So
Oh, cool. Were you the guy
definitely.
like lurking behind him, throwing drinks on his DJ table?
Nah, I was
No.
never doing that. There was only one time where I remember actually going to like the DJ booth and like actually watching them like do what they were doing in my
Yeah.
mama basement records. That's right, Sophia Joy.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Mama's Basement Records, which is probably my records because I'm probably your mom's age, I'm sure. Let's see
No,
here.
that's an inside joke there. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
personal friend of mine. They tried to
Yeah?
act like he wasn't who he was when I knew who he was, but that's a whole other story, a whole other thing. But
Oh, really?
anywho,
Wow. So
yeah.
what's the like so you started DJing during the pandemic and we talked on Instagram what your first piece of equipment, I guess, was, which sounds pretty expensive. So do you want to let people know what your controller was that you did pick up?
Yes, well, it's still what I use now. I'm not buying anything new anytime soon because this thing was a pretty penny, but it's the DDJ 1000, the record box version. So I went against the
Nice.
grain and went with record box. I know Serato is the top tier. People say it's like the industry standard, but I went with record box. You know, so let me go against the grain and figure this out.
And why did
So
you go with record box too? Most people definitely go with Serato, so
I really don't know. I just remember watching a bunch of YouTube videos from Cleveland Terry, and I know that he was talking about like the DDJ 1000 controller, and I don't know, I just gravitated towards a record box. Of course, it took me a long time to figure it out. When I first started, I was like, I don't know what this button does. I don't know what this button does, but eventually, I got it. I
yeah,
eventually
actually,
got it.
Ashton in the club. Yeah, I've heard about that too, that you can actually stream instead of downloading from Rekordbox. So I
Hmm.
think that works really well when you're streaming to Twitch or like going live. But like, say if you're doing a real time gig, I don't know how well that would work streaming because, especially if you didn't download music, maybe other DJs could let us know how that's worked. Because if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, it might be a bit of an issue streaming live. Have you actually done a real time gig yet, or?
I did one. I really didn't consider it as a gig. It was in the summer of 2021. So like a little bit like after a year that I had just started, and it was just like a bunch of my coworkers, we were tired because we were all working from home and now at the time, so we were tired of not being able to see each other. So one of my coworkers said, "You know what?"
I'm listening. I'm listening. It's just I'm watching this
I was
one
like, "Wait,
person
what's
in
going
chat.
on here?"
Oh, nothing. I'm listening. I'm listening.
You just watching the chat. Keep
I'm
calm
just
chat.
messing
Okay,
with her. She's making fun of me because she says I do interviews till like midnight and she needs to go to sleep. So she's bugging
gotcha.
me. Yeah. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was just playing background music. I wasn't like really mixing anything. I was just at that time I had just learned how to beat match. So I was just pretty much just beat matching, echoing the song out and then putting the new song in. That's all I was doing pretty much. So that was the only
Okay.
time I actually went out and actually played music. But besides that, it's always been at home.
But that's still great though, because you're still really, really new, right?
Hmm.
If you had like anything on your bucket list to do in terms of DJing, forget about you being new, but like say if you had all the experience, you could go out, you could do whatever you wanted to do. Would you have anything on your bucket list that you would love to do as a DJ?
I never thought of that. Because I mean, as of right now, I really don't have like a desire to like go out and like DJ weddings and clubs and parties or anything. It was just pretty much this is just like a hobby, like something almost like therapy for me. So after a long week of dealing with customers at work and then taking care of other duties, just to hop on for an hour or two just to play music, just to interact with the people in the chat, it's like therapy to me. Pretty much just to let me kind of wind down and calm myself down and bring me to a happy place, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Record Box, is it that program that actually mixes for you? I've seen some programs where the crossfader actually moves on its own. I was so shocked. I was like, I
I haven't
cannot
seen
believe
that at
this
all.
mixer is moving on its own. Like, you don't even have to do anything as a DJ. Have you guys seen those programs? I wasn't sure if it was Record Box, but it literally just like mixes and blends and does stuff. I was shocked with the like technology that they have now. But my friend showed me it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't virtual DJ. It was something else. But it does Rekordbox do that or no?
Not that I've seen. No, I know there's
Okay.
like an auto mix feature on it. Where I guess you can like put a bunch of songs in like a playlist, and then it does it itself. I've never touched that, so I'm pretty much trying to stick straight to the craft of DJing and do the best that I can with what I got. So
Yeah.
like
Is there
no
any
no
DJs
cheating, I
like?
would say.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any DJs on Twitch or off Twitch that, like, have inspired you as well?
Um, yeah, there's three. So the first one is the reason why I found the Twitch community on DJ in the first place, and of course everybody knows about DJ Jazzy Jeff. Like I ran across one of his streams on YouTube, and he was playing like 90s R&B music, and so that's like the stuff that I love. So of course, Jazzy Jeff, the way he mixes and blends everything was incredible. That he was just shouting people out. He was saying, "Follow me on Twitch." A DJ Jazzy Jeff. I was like, Twitch, like he's on Twitch. So they ended up going to his Twitch, and then I saw him actually stream one time. I was like, this is great. Like I could actually watch DJ Jazzy Jeff like stream. Um, Another one, DJ Charisma. I love to watch DJ Charisma because I like to watch like her, like the way she transitions from one song to another and the effects that she used and everything. So that's another one. And then the third pick, I like to call him the sleeper pick because
Mhm.
like the way that he blends and like his creativity, Shawty Slim. So
Oh,
Shawty
okay.
Slim, he does some things when I don't get a chance to watch him a lot because I know he comes on in the morning and I'm normally asleep at that time. But the way Shorty Slim like mixes and like he will be like, oh, I got an idea, and then he'll stop everything and then he'll like grab this song and grab another song and then he will like put them together. And it's like that was dope. He does like pitch play and everything too. So those are my top three people that I like to watch on Twitch.
Nice.
That
Sophie and
inspired me.
Troy says DJ Rick 66 inspires me as well. DJ says Shotty Slim is amazing. Twitches is like they definitely know their music. Who inspires you guys in the chat room? I'm curious. Leave a message. Let me know who inspires you in terms of DJing. Did you guys know Grandmaster Flash just got on Twitch too? So thanks to
Really, I
Twitches,
didn't know that.
Twitches just let me know that. And she's like, "Hey, you got to check out this guy," and I jump on his channel. I was like, "Oh shoot,
Oh,
it's
it's
like the
him.
original." I was
It's
like,
the man.
"Twitches." I'm like, "Is this the original Grandmaster Flash?" Like, I'm gonna try to play it cool because no one knows. Everyone knows I don't play it cool when I fangirl. So, but it was cool seeing Grandmaster Flash on Twitch and a few other really big guys too
Hmm.
have definitely joined Twitch, and I think it's just going to keep growing and keep getting bigger, and probably more of the celebrities of music I think are going to start jumping on Twitch too soon. We'll see. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if singers and other people, especially from Amazon Music and the versus battles, definitely are coming on here now. So I think there's going to be a huge music platform on Twitch. What do you think about that? Do you think the music
Oh
is
yeah.
gonna continue to keep growing, the
I have
category?
definitely seen some people on Twitch was like, I did not know they were on Twitch. Like the comedian, I'm not sure if I'm going to say his name, but Afion Crockett. No, I see him on Twitch. He plays music. Um, I saw Flex Anderson playing music one time on Twitch. Then of course, the DJ Jazzy Jeffs, the DJ Macios, Scratch Bastard,
I'm
those huge
surprised
names.
D-Nice
And
isn't
so
on Twitch, but maybe he's got a contract with Instagram. Who knows? Like, I'm surprised D-Nice hasn't come on Twitch, you know?
yeah. Yeah, what
But
Big Stove said DJ Grandmaster Flash was on DJ Jazzy Jeff's I think it was a birthday stream he had not too long ago. And Jazzy Jeff, he has all kinds of people on his stream too. Like yeah, Cosmo, Baker, Terry Hunter, who's from Chicago, who's a huge house person
mhm.
here. Um his name was escaping me. Mel Star, who's like a huge, like I love watching Mel Star when he scratches, like the way that he scratches, like, oh my, this dude is crazy. So it's a lot. Yeah, Ed Reed,
Wow, Ed
Stay Lifted
Reed? Are
Stead.
you
He's
serious?
on
Lifted? I'm
um
surprised. Ed
Stan
Reed.
Sabalos from the Boston Celtics. He's on Twitch DJing. I saw him before. I follow him. So it's you kind of have to dig a little bit to find these people. So it's a lot of people on Twitch that are on there. There's another person, that crazy house person, Ezel. He like creates like house music. He's on Twitch. I found him recently. So it's a lot of
Mhm.
people, like a lot of famous people on Twitch. You just kind of have to
No?
dig in and find or like watch their Instagram and then see that they will have a post or something that they're on Twitch, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
inbox me some of these people. I gotta definitely connect. Oh, was it Lords of the Underground? Like all these like hip hop crews and groups, like some of them are definitely on Twitch now too, which was pretty awesome.
mhm.
I think some guys with the Far Side, or I think it was Lords of the Underground, like a few of the hip hop groups that I listened to back in the day too, they're actually on Twitch now too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, my
And
bad. I thought Boss was with the Celtics. My bad, coach.
Okay. Stay Lifted was, said that D Nice actually was making the switch to Twitch, but IG had a nice offer. I wonder how much his offer was. I don't know. Time to do some investigative
Oh,
work
yeah,
to
Ninth
find out.
Wonder. I've seen Ninth Wonder on Twitch. Brian Michael Cox, who's an R&B producer, I've seen him.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not sure where he's from, 'cause I believe this, like, 'cause I'm like, I already go back to, like, 90s music, but Lord Finesse, I'm not sure what group he was from, but I know I've seen
Yeah,
Lord
Lord
Finesse on.
Finesse, yeah. Ninth
Yeah.
Wonder and Dwele? What? Okay, I gotta talk to
Mhm.
you guys to find out the who's who. Now I'm just curious, do you guys think that, you know, because Twitch was kind of like a community of small streamers, right? It's kind of like how Instagram started or maybe YouTube. You start out and you're just trying to make your way as a smaller streamer. But do you think that like with all these celebrities and all these bigger people coming on with these massive followings, do you think that it actually takes prime real estate and kind of knocks out the small streamers, like pushes them out because now you have like the big, like now they're everywhere, right? Like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So do you think that's actually a plus for small streamers, or do you think it's kind of a bit of a minus with a lot of these big guys coming on board, and it's kind of like the real estate, they get the main real estate, and you're not really seeing too much of the small streamers anymore? What do you think of that?
My computer just froze for a moment, but I'm back now.
Yeah, I think your
Definitely.
video's stuck. Let's see. Yeah, your video is not showing. What you can do is you could try maybe taking, I don't know if you're using a webcam, but disconnect your webcam and connect it back again. See if that works too.
Can you
Oh,
all hear me?
yeah, we could hear you. We could hear you good.
Okay, hold on. Let me try this here, because I do see that the start cam part just disappeared here. Hold on.
Okay. And while you're doing that, thank you so much, Stay Lifted, for those bits. I appreciate you supporting the Honeyflow show, and of course, Big Stove earlier on for the resubscription, 3 months strong with me. Make sure you guys are adding them and add all the streamers, DJs in the building too. Stay Lifted does a really great talk show too, where she's interviewing different streamers, and Big Stove does a really original show where it's just, different kinds of grooves and music that you're probably not going to find. He really, really digs into that stove and cooks something really interesting with his special ingredients. So make sure you guys add Big Stove and all these amazing people in the building too. Thank you for joining us, guys. While he's fixing that, his camera, DJ Coach. Oh, there
Whoop,
we go.
whoop.
DJ Coach Herb says D Nice is the only DJ that's allowed on Instagram. Actually, not true. DJ Millie, I watch, and a few other big ones are all on Instagram too, right? Um, there's quite a few actually. Natasha Diggs, I believe she's on Instagram. Like all of them. I think
Yeah,
that's a.
Natasha Diggs. I
I
know
don't know
I
if you're
see her
part
a
of.
lot on Soul and the Horn. I
Yeah,
see her a lot on. Yeah.
another really talented, amazing, beautiful woman. DJ Chris Camouflage says, Funkmaster Flex is my favorite DJ. I want to see him on Twitch. I would be hype if he got on Twitch. Um, let's see here. Hey, Whirlwind Dreamer, great to see you. Make sure you guys are adding this
European
girl.
Dreamer.
Hey, we
Hey,
got
hey, hey.
Zeta. Zeta, lawyer in the building.
Say
I
the
got to,
lawyer Disco Darren in the building.
oh,
People
where's
pulling
Disco?
up.
I got to
People
catch up
pulling up.
I gotta catch up on all these messages. I'm missing quite
Appreciate
a few of them.
y'all.
Appreciate you guys coming through. Um, so yeah, so going back to that question, that's a question I do have. Oh, thank you. Woo. Oh, wait, I'm getting the name wrong again. Woo, I got nothing to lose. Thank you so
Just
much for
call her
those
Woo.
bits. I
Woo
know
works.
it's gonna be hard. Thank you
Thank
so
you, Woo.
much for those bits. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, you guys are almost. Oh wow, snap! You guys kicked off a hype train. Shoot.
Choo choo.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thanks for kicking off the hype train as well. I got to make sure I'm looking at another laptop because StreamYards doesn't actually show um, who's contributing here. So I got to kind of look over here to another laptop. But thank you, Zeta Lawyer, for those bits. And oh, Jen
We got
B,
Big
66. I see you
Stove,
again. Thank you so much for
Woo.
those bits. Wow, DJ, for those bits. I appreciate you guys and everyone coming through.
I
Big
miss
Stove for
I
those
miss Steph
bits.
One Love. Skirt skirt. What's up, Steph One Love? I missed
Yeah,
her in the chat.
you can definitely do the shout outs while I'm thanking everyone. Thank you guys so much. Stay lifted. And of course, oh, wow. Geez, what the heck? Oh my
We're over
gosh,
here.
what just
Dreamer
happened? I
pulled
blinked.
up.
What? Big Stove. I don't even have, actually,
Big
you know what? I
Stove
don't
with the
have
two
buzzers.
gift subs. Appreciate you,
I
Big
need your
Stove.
sound effects. That's what I need right now.
My
Like,
sound effects.
I need you, Shia. You guys, thanks. I honestly, I truly appreciate it from the bottom of
DJ,
my
you
heart. I
know with
really
the
do. Thank you
bits.
guys
Appreciate you, DJ.
so
You
much. This
know.
level one is flying. What in the world? Stay lifted, man. You guys,
Y'all
stay
pulling
lifted.
up
2 months strong with
out
me. Thank you so
there.
much. And Big Stove for those two gifted subs. I need my
Stay lifted with
bifocal
the resub.
glasses because
Thank
Honeyflow is
you,
going blind.
SWD.
Wow, level two, 28%. DJ
King Royal in
Jonah
the building.
for those bits. I appreciate you. Got to make sure I don't miss anyone. DJ, for those bits. Of course, Zeta Lawyer and Jen B. And thank you guys for just kicking off the hype train. Appreciate it and being here today. Level two. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Level two, 89%. Wow,
Choo choo.
this
DJ
is
J Jonah
flying.
with the two gift subs to Liddell the DJ. DJ Frank C.
Wow, thanks for helping me,
All right, all right,
DJ
all right.
Kmackulit. I'm not very good at doing a lot of this stuff, actually.
Nah,
DJ Kmackulit, oh my goodness, for those
whoop
three gifted
whoop.
subs. Aw, thank
Whoop
you guys so much.
whoop.
DJ, 200 bits. Mama Moof, 100 bits. DJ Jonah for the two gifted subs. DJ Jonah for the bits again.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate
And
DJ
again,
Lyris on the
stay
pull up.
lifted.
AT Alien. What up, DJ
What?
Lyris?
This is-
Hey, hey, hey.
What is going on here? Oh my gosh. Level three, you guys.
Skirt,
Wow. Thank
skirt.
you guys so much. Level three, 72%. Truly appreciate it, honestly, for all your support. I really, really do for the Honeyflow show. Trying to concentrate on this because I know once I get back to the questions, I'm gonna miss a lot of people. So I'm just trying to, because they say Honeyflow is a horrible multitasker, which is the truth, which is the truth. I miss a lot. I'm missing a lot in the chat right now. So thank you guys so much. Level three, 72%. DJ Kmackulit, you're my guest, and I appreciate you for giving those gifted subs. Thanks for that too. So we're going to keep this moving again. DJ Lyris, everyone that's come in the building, slipped in the door. Thank you guys for coming through. So I do have a question too, going back to that. Do you think with all these big guys or these big celebrities coming on Twitch, do you think that kind of knocks off the smaller streamers, or do you think it's kind of more of an advantage for the people that have been on Twitch? What do you think of that?
It's a good question. Well, I know a lot of times you might not even know that these people are on Twitch, so I don't think that it would hurt the community as much. I think that the people that might follow them, like on the different social media platforms, of course, they might be aware of them if they do post that they are on Twitch. But I don't think. I think I've seen some smaller streamers definitely start from the bottom and then grow. And so I don't think it really hurts too much for the huge streamers to be on. And then too, when you're in like a lot of the larger streamers, like channels, they don't get a chance to interact as much with the people that's in the channel, so because that their chat is flying, so they can't really see what's going on, or they're just too busy doing their own thing, so to speak. So I feel like the smaller streamers, we have an advantage in this situation. So I don't think it really hurts too much of
Yeah.
the huge people being on there.
I'm definitely kind of
Definitely.
half and half with that. I want to hear your thoughts in the chat room, what you guys think about that as well. But I also want to thank DJ, again for the
Yeah,
300
DJ, you
bits.
know what the
Uh,
bits. We got
Z-
Zeta Loria
Zeta
with the 2
Lawyer
gift
for the
subs.
two
Thank you,
gifted
Zeta.
subs. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Level four, 31%. I feel like I need buzzers, like I need excitement. I need sound effects here. I need to
Fresh say
steal,
he's
take
still their
leadership.
audience.
Um, I kind of wonder
Miss
though,
Gorgeous. Hi.
how you
What's
doing,
up,
Miss
Miss
Gorgeous?
Gorgeous?
And everyone else that's come through. Disco Darren as well. I see you. And who else? We got DJ Lyris. She's honestly an amazing DJ, guys. You got to add this girl, I'm telling you. And so many of these other great streamers in the room. We got Disco Darren too, that does a creative, spicy show. Always got interesting questions. He always makes me laugh. Make sure you guys add
I like
him.
that Just Ass Disco segment when you put on that coat with the fur. He's like, every time you do that, I was
He's
like, there go my
hilarious.
man's.
I
There
like
go
his
my man's
questions though.
disco.
Disco's a good guy. Disco, I will say that. You're a good guy. Okay, so we got Stirs and the Soul in the building. He just kicked in the
Kicks
back
in
door
door. Right.
as well.
Come in reckless.
DJ Lyris, thank you so much for the bits too. Make sure you guys add her. She's definitely one of my favorites to watch right now. A DJ that I found recently, but she definitely is pretty dope. So thank you guys so much, DJ Lyris, Zeta Lawyer, DJ, for those bits, those gifted subs, DJ Kmackulit, all you guys. We're level 4, 40%. Want to make sure I don't miss anyone, and I hope I didn't. So make sure everyone in the building adds DJ Kmackulit for the one person that doesn't know who he is. And what are your thoughts, you guys, in the chat room? You could always post what you think. Sometimes I wonder if it's a pro and a con, like to have these big celebrities come, because the big celebrities you can interact with, but then at the same time, I kind of notice like hosting is removed. Maybe the algorithms are kind of changing to direct content more to like Amazon Music or Versus Battle or some of the big guys coming on. So I kind of wondered about that, like if it's a good thing for small streamers or not such a good thing. It's kind of like commercial radio, right?
Oh,
You're
thank you,
gonna
Zeta.
you're gonna play like all the big guys on commercial radio, but are you gonna play local content? So that's what I was kind of wondering about that. I think there's pros and cons to it.
My man Risky on the pull up. You want my spot flash? You ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it.
Okay, you're much better at like looking at the
What a
chat than I
Risky.
am right now. Jeez. Thank you so much, this girl Xtina, for the 200 bits too. Level 4, 48%. Thank you guys. We got Risky Ringo. He's a firefighter. If you need your cat being rescued, he's the guy to go to climb up a tree and rescue a cat because he is a legit firefighter. Let's see here. Yeah, the chat is flying. Wow. Thank you so much, Risky Ringo, for those bits too.
Sophie and Troy, appreciate you, young sir.
Appreciate you guys. Okay, so Big Stove says the large streamers don't stream every day. Yeah, this chat is definitely
Yeah.
flying with no mods in the building. Got zero mods in the building. Risky Ringo does say he does rescue cats. So I was gonna say also too, have you always been kind of like a music lover? Like what got you into music in the first place?
Oh yeah, definitely. Always into music. Like my mother will play music all the time in the house. Of course, you always know Saturday time to clean up or whatever day it is designated. So she was always playing like the old school music in the house. My brother always played music. He was a huge No Limit fan, so all I heard was the Master P and Mia X and all those people. So yeah, definitely music was always a part of the household, and so that's where I started my love for music. Definitely.
Okay, what do people think? Oh, and I want to thank you guys for that amazing hype train, a level 4 hype train. Bless up to all you guys. I truly appreciate you supporting my show. Means a lot. And for you guys just being here. Wow, look at the turnout. It's crazy. We got DJ Kmackulit. He's a celebrity, I know you guys are coming for him. So I appreciate that, and for you guys coming through to my show means a lot. So so that's pretty cool. So you've always had kind of a musical influence. Now, when you bought your controller and you just started, how did your first show feel being on Twitch DJing? Were you nervous?
Until like a year later, because of course I had no skill at all. So like I bought my controller in May of 2020. I think I streamed like my first stream like August 2021, and that was just like the test to see how it, like, just to kind of test out to see what the sound was like and everything. But I didn't really start like streaming for real until like October of 2020, October, September of 2021. So it took me some time to build up enough courage and to practice to a point where I felt like that I could, okay, let me go out here and dive in and see what happens.
Yeah, for
Fresh,
sure.
I appreciate you, Fresh. Many celebrity out here.
Thank you.
Famous.
Thank you, DJ.
That's why I say I made it. Mama, we made it.
Yeah, he
We
definitely
out
made
here.
it for sure. Let's see here. I'm just looking at some of the comments. So if you guys have any questions, definitely drop them. If I miss them, highlight them because Honeyflow needs bifocals. I'm getting older here. I'm much older than all of you guys in the chat. So definitely, or just say, hey, this person had a question. If I missed it, I'll try to get it. Let's see. So this girl, Xtina, says,
Nerd Chris on the pull up. Hey,
how you
Nerd
doing, Nerd
Chris.
Chris? Great to
Hey,
see
hey,
you.
hey.
Make sure you guys add her too. She does a dope show. This girl Xtina says, I think the big streamers bring people to Twitch who resisted joining previously. That's a good comment, you know. Let's see.
Thank you, Kylie.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know Whirlwind Dreamer. So it says Get Right Network did a nice job promoting this interview. Oh, okay. We'll have to talk after.
Thank you,
I'll have to send
Whirlwind
you a
Dream.
message. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. So do you have any like goals for Twitch too? Like what you want to do? Do you want to become partner? Do you want your channel growing? Like what are some things that you see for your channel for Twitch?
Just grow the community. Just all. Like I don't have any aspirations to be a partner. I just want to see consistent growth with the people that pull up when I start streaming. So whenever I press that go live button, I want to have someone who says, "Oh, he's on right now. Let me go ahead and tap in real quick." I just want to grow that number. That's it. If partner happens, it happens, but there's no need for it.
Do you think it's a lot to reach partner? Like, do you think Twitch should do something different? Because, going from like to 50 people to make affiliate and then going from affiliate all the way to partner, do you think that's like quite a large leap on Twitch? And do you have ideas to make it maybe easier or should it be easier?
I'm not even sure of what the perks are of being a partner. So maybe if I would know what the perks were, and then maybe that might help with answering that question. But I have no clue what the perks are here.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't really know either. I thought the perks were is you get paid a little bit more than what Twitch takes, but I actually
Hmm.
found out that's not true. I feel like the purple check is kind of maybe a little bit more status,
Status
but
symbol.
I don't feel like I heard that you have to get to 10,000 people before the streamer could actually take a little bit more of what they earn compared to what Twitch takes from them. So that seems like quite a leap of finding people, 10,000 people. It's a lot of work. Would you say like it's definitely work to build your channel?
It is. It definitely is. It's one, you have to be consistent as far as streaming. That's something
Mhm.
that I'm trying to get better on, because when I first started, I would just like start streaming at the whim. So I was like, oh, I just want to stream. So let me go ahead and stream. But getting with well, World War Dream was talking about the Get Right Network. So that's actually a group of DJs that I'm a part of. So it's myself, Ashton in the Club, Fresh One, the Kiki Experience, DJ Coach Herb, and DJ Uno. So we're a part of a group, and DJ Uno was the one who actually brought us together. He was the one who was scouting and saying, "Okay, I like this person. I like this person." He brought us all together. but they actually helped me to be more consistent with streaming. And so I stream a lot on Friday nights. It's a part of the Get Right Friday nights, and then as well on Sundays for Good Vibe Sundays. And so that's helping me be more consistent. I noticed that people are now starting to actually show up now to when I stream versus me just pressing go live at a random time and no one was showing up. But that part didn't really affect me because I just wanted to get on and play music. So it was all
Yeah.
good to me. But it is good to see growth though now going forward. So shout out to the Get Right Network. Appreciate y'all. The extended family. I know my DJ Teddy B was in the chat. The Woo's in the chat. DJ Lyris, Light Eyes 21, G Class, a whole bunch of people that help support us. So we just try to pull up on people that support us, and then we pull up on people that we feel are dope, pretty much. So
Yeah, for
that's what
sure.
it is.
Are you guys part of like a Discord group as well? Because I find that probably helps. I'm not part of
Oh yeah.
any of those like group. I literally just press play and that's it. Like, instead of getting in like so many different groups.
Hmm.
But I do find that it probably does help building a Discord or building some type of group like a WhatsApp group where you guys could support one another because it really does take a lot to even get to partner or get people in your chat or get people interested in your show doing it alone compared to if you did it with a group of people.
Hmm.
So, would you find that Discord also helps too? Because people kind of know when you're on? Because Twitch actually, I feel like it doesn't showcase our shows as much as it used to, like under the recommended pages, or I think it's just really due to the algorithms too. And I feel like that's changed quite a bit. So, do you feel like those kind of help those groups?
Oh yeah, Discord definitely helps. So in the Discord that we have, like whenever we find someone, if it's people that we always like to support, we always drop their link in the Discord, and then who's ever watching, they can always pull up to the person that we drop their link on. So Discord definitely helps. I know I've seen a feature in DJ Jonah's Discord where if you're a part of the Discord and you go live, it actually automatically alerts everybody that's in the Discord that you actually went live. I've seen it in some other people's Discords too, but we haven't figured it out how to get it working because I haven't figured it out pretty much as far as how to get that to work in the one that we normally in as far as the Get Right network and dropping links. So we just do it manually, saying, hey,
Yeah.
this person is on. We just put the link in there, and then whoever sees it, they go on and follow or tap in.
That's true. Ashton seems to know a lot about, I guess, what's going on Twitch. He says they removed the partner split, so it's still 50-50 now, like affiliate. Interesting.
That's
And
why.
then he also said, ain't no perks except you get more emotes and a check mark. That's interesting as well. I feel like maybe you start seeing a little bit more perks when you reach the 10,000, I guess, following. But yeah, it definitely takes a lot to go to, and I see a lot of people grinding like almost daily for hours, right? Like the Ray Domingos, Q Mixologists, like all those
That
guys.
ain't no problem.
So
That
let's
ain't no
see.
problem.
Stir says, what are the qualifications to reach partner? You
Partner.
guys. So do you guys
Um,
know them? You guys could post them. I'm really behind in the chat. I apologize, guys.
I know you have to average 75 people in order to watch your chat. When I watch what to watch your stream, I know there's an hour requirement as well too. But I don't know the hour requirement, how many hours that you stream per month, and it's something I think it's the amount of followers you have too afterwards. So, but that's the only thing I know as far as partners concerned. Like I have
I think
no
it's
clue.
more than 75 average viewers because a lot of guys that I've interviewed have been declined like 5 times. Like even Vader Mix said, I can't, don't quote me, I'd have to go back to the interview. I think it was like 7 times of him being declined. And I really appreciated him being honest and saying that because sometimes people are like, oh, I got in the bag. Oh, yeah, I'm good, but they don't really say the truth of how hard it actually is reaching
Yeah,
that. So I really appreciated his honesty and transparency. It's not easy to say, "Hey, I got rejected like 7 times," right? Also, DJ on Jay Online and Ray Domingo, like a bunch of guys I interviewed have said that it's been more than a couple times. It's very hard getting it on its first shot, and they had about 130 people in their room, so they couldn't figure out. So I think it does involve a lot of strategy too. Like some people were shutting down their streams early, if they weren't getting enough people in right away. I don't know if they count it when you just have, I don't know if they
Mhm.
count the first 10 or 20 minutes if you have only like
Yeah. See,
20 people in your
that's too
room.
much stress. I ain't
I
trying to
know
go
it's
through
too
all that.
much. It's too much
I
strategy.
just wanna press the
I
button.
agree.
Whoever
I
shows up,
agree.
they show up, and
Yeah.
that's it. So,
I agree with you
it's too much stuff.
100%. I don't feel like there's a magic formula, but it is good to talk about this because I do feel people are always, if you care about your show, you want it growing, right? You want it moving. But I think it is good to just have fun and not worry about the numbers. So many people are fixated on it and just have fun with your show, and that comes through, right? So
Mhm.
DJ Lyris says, and I'm really behind like a little turtle here, guys. I'm literally like a turtle today. It says, yes, it's a status. You have to be consistent, community. You're a winner in my book. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see. If you guys have any questions I missed, definitely drop them in the chat for DJ Kmackulit, all the way from
Yeah.
Chicago.
I saw another
Jacqueline.
comment from a Disco Darren. He said that you gotta
Mhm.
get out in the Twitch streets and promote yourself. Nobody will promote you, like you. So that's definitely a very good point. So I found that helps out a lot, like hanging out in people's streams, just coming in and interacting with them, talking to them, just having a good time. And then once you do that, then it was like, okay, this person he's been in the chat a few times. Let me go ahead and check him out and see what happens. And
Mhm.
then
But sometimes I
hopefully
think it's
you're good
important to
enough to
yeah.
hold them in there. So
I agree, but I think it is important to ask people before you self-promote, especially in a
mhm.
chat, because it could come across a little bit,
Oh
like,
yeah.
too
Oh yeah,
much
definitely,
to
definitely
embrace it.
don't go
Yeah,
in
like, I've
anyone's
had
chat and
some
say,
guys,
hey.
like, flyering in my chat, like, boom, 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 or if they hear a shout out and then they're gone, like, 3 seconds later, I know exactly
Yeah.
who they are, and I'm just like, "Dang," I'm like, "Wow, you
Definitely
didn't even
don't
say
come to
hello to
someone's
me."
chat just to say, "Hey guys, I'm going live in 15 minutes." That's a no-no. Or to say, all kinds of
Or
stuff.
else
So
you'll
I've
have the
seen a lot of
mods
that
in
stuff.
there like that with their swords, like ninjas. I've seen that too. So I
I
think
see you,
it's
Fresh.
I think it's a fine balance. I think people have to get to know you, right? And and even with the follow thing, sometimes people are so like, "Well, you weren't on my show, so I'm not coming on your show." But I don't feel
What?
like it should be that way. I feel like if you genuinely want to support, and you got to understand, like, I'm not like that. I'm just like, "You know what? Like, I realize people are busy, right? Like they have lives outside of Twitch. So if they could come, great. If they can't, I wouldn't be like, well, you're not on my show.
Oh,
So it can be a little bit too much like that too. But yeah, don't go pew 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 like a little ninja
now I
and
think something happened in the chat, and that's what people are saying. Pew pew pew.
oh really? What
I think somebody
happened?
came in the chat talking crazy, and then I
Oh
think they
great.
got
Ah, great. And I got no mods in the building. I got no swords. Oh,
well,
they're talking crazy?
Risky Ringo got a sword next to his name. You got
Oh yeah,
Risky
Risky
Ringo's a mod.
Ringo. Risky Ringo. Yeah, he
Good job, Risky.
yeah,
If you did your pew pew on Risky,
he's
did you
too
get him?
busy chilling. I don't know who it was. Did someone say something crazy? It wouldn't be the first, trust me. But it's probably good I missed it if they did something crazy. Hey, haters are
Yeah,
great too. Haters are your elevator, or what is it? Haters are the ones that are supposed to elevate you
Risky
up.
got him.
So I'm
Pew
okay. All
pew.
right, thanks,
Appreciate you,
Risky.
Risky.
You're making me nervous. I'm glad I didn't see the comment. Trust me.
I didn't see
Um,
the comment either. I just saw
I'll
some other
probably see it when
comments
I
about
catch
stuff
the
happening.
replay. Yeah, because seeing some comments could definitely throw you off. Have you ever had any like crazy hecklers in your room? I've had a few of them in my room.
I've had like the ones that come in and say, "Hey, you want to buy more followers and
Oh
things like
yeah, well
that," but
that's okay.
I don't remember. I know like the whole hate raid thing was happening. Was it last year or
Yeah, that was
the year before
scary.
that?
Definitely, that was.
I did.
It's so sad.
I never
Yeah,
had that happen to me. So
I've seen that happen to a few of the DJs, and that made me really disappointed too, that people would
mhm.
actually like, waste so much time behind a computer to hate. Like, I don't know, I just don't understand that concept. But yeah,
Yeah,
I've had some interesting ones. I think when I was doing a motivational show, I had one guy say, "You're fat, you're ugly," like in the middle of doing a motivational show. And thank God I missed that
jive
comment.
turkey.
And others that were, talking about like, oh, this isn't house music, and he kept like throwing like 50 messages, messing with me, and it actually did that
Mhm.
night. I wanted to end my stream because it really messed with me when he kept heckling me, and then the next girl was playing like almost the same house music, and he's like, "Oh, I love your house music. Oh, it's so great," right? But yeah, some people just are bored. They have nothing to do, you know. So that's just how it is. Um, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely drop them in the chat. Now I'm going to ask you because you said R&B definitely is your thing you love. Can you think of like three top R&B artists that you love? We're going to say 90s because I'm a 90. As you can see, I got my Aaliyah on. I'm a 90s baby. I'm a 90s girl. So what would you say is your top
Oh, that's good.
three?
That's a good question. I know I love Maya. So anytime when Maya drops in, I don't. Well, she did come out in. It was like the '90s when she first came out. I know she's more of a 2000s
Hmm.
person. So Maya, definitely. Um, who else? I did a lot of following with Mariah Carey. Like I love Mariah Carey. Um, Genuine, like Lloyd. There's quite a few people. I don't think they're necessarily like from the '90s, but just some of my favorite artists I like to listen to. Yes, Maya, DJ, you know, DJ lives with the R&B emote in the chat. My R&B emote that has all the different '90s R&B groups like Boys to Men, Mint Condition, SWV, stuff like that. I think she actually has the same shirt too that I had where I got that emote from. So
Oh yeah,
does a Lloyd
yeah.
stone him?
Maya's amazing. She's really good. I feel
Yeah,
like she's
I like Maya.
she's underrated, you know? And she's gorgeous too. I feel like she's very underrated.
Yeah, Maya
Yeah.
is fine.
So what about like hip hop groups or either albums or artists, you know, your top 3 hip hop artists that you would say that you're digging?
As far as like older, I know I used to always listen to LL Cool J a lot,
Mhm.
so that was definitely he was definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorite albums, which is really random, Rod Digger, Dirty Harriet. It came out in like
Oh.
2000, 2001. Like I love that album. So Rod Digger is definitely an album that I always go back to and listen to randomly.
Mhm.
Um, let me think. What else I like to listen to? As far as rap, I haven't really dig that much into to rap.
Mhm.
It's something I listen to it, but as far as like I don't know.
You know
But
what
I
was
do know.
interesting? Like traveling to Chicago, I think I've been there 4 or 5 times when I was a bit younger and used to club, and we used to go to the clubs and try to find, but I could never find like a hip hop club, which really shocked me in Chicago. It was like all
Hmm.
house, like everything. It didn't matter what culture you were, it was house being played everywhere, you know? So I didn't really see a lot of hip hop. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I was in the wrong place, but did they have many hip hop clubs growing up there?
Oh, I was never a huge club person, so I really don't know what to tell you as far as clubs. I just want to. I see Lady Keys had pulled up on your boy. Appreciate you, Lady Keys. Mad Live is in the building. I think you interviewed Mad. I was it last week
Yes.
or the week
Yeah, he
before?
was an awesome interview.
Yeah.
I lasted like I could have gone on for another 5 hours with that guy. We were almost 4 hours. DJ Mad Live. Make sure you guys add him. We got DJ Lady Keys. Thank you so much, Risky Ringo, for being the only mod in the building and slipping in. Thanks for your help. I appreciate that too. Um,
Oh wait, hold on. I
Go
gotta
ahead.
acknowledge a comment in the chat.
Mhm.
Sophie Troy says, I don't like old Cash Money. Because I actually forgot about that. I was a huge Cash Money fan, and he was a huge G Unit fan. And so we used to always go
G
back and
Unit.
forth.
Yeah.
He used to love G Unit. Probably still does. But yeah, I would say Cash Money. Yeah, they were definitely like my favorite like record label at that time. Like I said, my brother was No Limit. I was Cash Money, listening to all the old Juvenile, the young Little Wayne stuff. So I was definitely huge in to that. Thank you
Mhm.
for reminding me in your weird way, Sophie and Troy. Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
that.
much. And also Twitches, we love you. Come on. We love you on the Honeyflow show. Yes, you're not chopped liver. She's got a secret sword beside her name secretly, I guess. But you're always helping me on my show. So I appreciate you so much too. Let's see. So Jen B says Chicago is the original spot for house. That's probably why. Yeah, so true. I do love house music, but I know at the time when I went to Chicago, I wanted to find a hip hop spot, an R&B spot. It was really difficult to find one in Chicago. Let's see. Oh,
I see that. See Disco
Disco
Darren.
Darren says they're called night spots. Okay, well, I don't know. We were walking around asking where when we were younger in our 20s, right? I guess you'd be more 2000s. Did you grow up in that era?
Yeah, that's when I actually started because I was born in '85, so like the '90s. Yes, that's what I kind of remember, like the extra music from the '90s.
Hmm.
But 2000 wasn't really until I got to like actually get out and buy music and start really experiencing what was out there. Like I remember catching the bus and going to North Riverside Mall and going to what was it, Sam Goody at the time? Like there was a CD store, Sam Goody used to play. They used to sell like videos and CDs, and going there and just kind of going through and say, let me see what am I going to buy today. And normally it was a Cash Money album. I was actually into the 3 6 Mafia for a little bit too. For a little bit, there was a period of time that I listened to that, but yeah, definitely remember catching the bus, going to Sam Goody, scrolling through, going to Best Buy, and seeing what they had, and buying random albums there. Random, not album, but random CDs. I guess we call them CDs at the time.
Sam Goody. I just remember Chicago, everyone like seeing these guys drum on the street. That was something I loved.
Bucket Boys.
Yes.
Yes.
You'll never see that, I feel like, as much as you do in Chicago. I feel like that's a Chicago vibe. Like just
Hmm.
amazing talent. Like, just sitting on the street corner, just jamming away on a bucket. I think that
Yeah.
that
Pull
was
up to a
pretty.
stoplight coming off an expressway, and then they're just out there just going away. It's like, look, go ahead, oh.
Yeah, I think that's pretty special. And the Hancock Tower you guys have there is amazing.
Just go there and troll it in the chat.
What is
See.
Disco Darren? Sometimes he does troll. Sometimes he's a little troll. No, I was joking. I'm joking, Disco.
So you have to check my
Um,
ID next Tuesday when I pull up to his show.
I
Shout out to
know. I
Disco
didn't realize
Darren.
that. I thought we were the same age. Now I'm feeling a little older. A little older. If you're saying 2000s, I got to go back to 2000s. Okay, what? 50 Cent, Ludacris for hip hop. Um,
Yeah, that kind of
like
stuff. Like I listened to that kind of
Eminem.
stuff. Like I didn't really buy the CDs, but I mean, I did listen to it. There's a point in time where I actually was downloading a lot of music. So you got the LimeWire, FrostWire, Bear Share days. So I was downloading a lot of stuff too at that
Oh,
time.
okay. Downloading it. So, have you had any like memorable memory on Twitch or anything that has happened that's really stood out to you, whether it's like a raid or, people coming through or just, I don't know, anything special that you could think of that's happened to you that's been pretty memorable for you? Doesn't have to be like from a big person, but just something that really stood out in your mind. It could be a show.
I would say probably like my first like huge raid was done by Mo One.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
Mo
Mo
One gave
One's
me
my
my
favorite.
first like my first huge raid, and I was just playing music, and then his brother Juice One, he
Juice?
would
Yeah.
pop in every now and then and check me out, and then he came in one day and was like, "How long you going to be on?" And I'm like, "Uh oh, like why he asking this question?" And then I told him like I'd be on. I was like on. I think I was on a raid train that day. That I had just started. I was like maybe like 15, 20 minutes in, and then he was like incoming, and I was like, oh, okay. So all right, we're here.
Oh,
And so it was
wow.
a raid of I forgot how many it was, but that was like my first huge raid that I got. I know
Yeah, that's
DJ
pretty big.
Tantrum. He pulled up one time and gave me a nice size raid. DJ Tantrum I always make sure that he supports. So I appreciate that. That was like my most memorable moment, though. That DJ Mo One raid. It was really, really random and
Yeah,
my first big raid.
and he's awesome. He's a really humble guy, and I love his show too. The way he MCs, hosts. I feel like he does like has an overall amazing show, truly. Really great guy too. Let's
Y'all of
see.
these Pastor Troy comments in the chat said I own three past. I don't even. I can only name like one Pastor Troy song. Was it Vice Versa? I think it was Pastor Troy song. Besides
Everyone's
that, I
talking
don't
about
know nothing about
LimeWire.
Pastor Troy like that.
LimeWire was like the king of viruses. LimeWire. I remember
Yeah,
that. It was
definitely
horrible.
ran a few computers into the hole, but
And
yeah,
DJ
big
Cam.
NC said Napster was OG.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Napster, fire. Why? Yeah,
Yeah, and DJ Camouflage says, I will never forget when Nelly first came out with Country Grammar. That's such a 2000 song, too. And Ja Rule, he was pretty 2000 too, right? I remember
yeah.
that.
Gyro was huge then too. Yeah,
Can you believe that was 20 years ago? Like a lot of this music that we're playing was like 20, 30 years ago. Like
yeah.
it's pretty crazy to think how fast it goes, right? I don't know. I still think 30 years ago was
Times.
1970 something. I keep forgetting.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, before
Um,
LimeWire Kazaa, yeah, I used to use Kazaa too. Chris Camouflage. I used all of them downloading music. Where I downloaded the Blueprint album and was in high school selling the albums in high school.
oh yeah, DJ Genius. Remember they used to say the FBI was going to kick in the door. I was going to ask you guys what you actually use, but maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Copyright music, but yeah,
Mm.
you know, they used to have these things when you did real-time gigs that they did actually have like kind of undercover police that would come through and see if you had a paper or had some type of license to
Mhm.
DJ, you know, licensed music. So I know a
Oh,
few DJs it's actually happened to in Toronto, Canada. You know, it doesn't happen often, but I don't know how can you even prove that, right? Like even with DJ companies, like people are getting music
I
everywhere
never knew
now.
that.
Yeah, so you do have to be a little careful. I don't know if you guys have ever had any incidences doing real time gigs or hearing about them with music. Drop it in the chat. I'm curious. So Camouflage says Ja Rule was one of his uh, favorite rappers. Gen B's like, we're grown, not old. Okay, yeah, you're right. We're very mature and grown. Um, so have you had and Twitches says she's seasoned and spicy. She's definitely both of those guys. She is the spice rack in your cupboards. So watch out for this little one over here. Let's see. Sophie says, I paid for all my music. Them boys coming for you, downloaders. Who says we download? I don't download. I don't download. Maybe you do. DJ Genius says that is the very Canadian experience. True. Let's see. Mad Life says, what is your favorite genre to play today? I think we covered that, but you can mention it again to him.
Yeah. Oh, just drop the pen. Oh
Oh,
well.
shoot.
But yeah, definitely R&B and house music, man, live. That's what you're going to hear most of the time coming to my shows. Every now and then I might throw in like some older hip hop, but R&B and house is definitely my go-to.
Yeah. Do you guys ever, what about, so most memorable, have you had a most disastrous stream? Like anything crazy that happened to you on a show?
Well, I always had a problem with my camera. Like my camera will always like completely shut off during like me streaming. So
Hmm.
fortunately, like my camera and the actual thing that I use was separate. So like you can still hear the music. Like it'll just go to a black screen. So I like play something. I like go and like reset my camera and start everything back up. But that's happened quite a few times. I know people in the chat have definitely seen that. Fresh One, Wool's definitely seen that happen to me. Coach Herb, just in the middle of playing music, and then the camera just
Yeah.
goes
Sometimes
off.
it happens to all of us, right? So, have you ever done a show where someone's walked in your room and you know they're either lurking or they're in your room and they're just watching you? Like, has that ever made you nervous?
Always check out, like I try to do it maybe like once or twice during the stream and see like who's actually lurking in the
Hmm.
chat. But I don't think I've seen any names. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and just like freak out that they're actually watching or see anyone actually come in. Like I said, the only thing that really happened was like that raid from '01 that was really cool. But so I don't think I really like freaked out by seeing anyone in my chat. I know there
Okay.
would be people that I probably would freak out with if I see them in the chat, but as far as actually seeing them, I haven't seen them at all here.
Like, who would you freak out if you saw in the chat?
If
Can you
I
say names?
saw DJ Charisma in my chat, it'd be
Mhm.
over with. Because I know she followed me, and so when I saw that she followed me, I was like, "Whoa, like this is huge." But if I ever see DJ Charisma in my chat, yeah, I probably might stop playing music and forget what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think that's definitely happened to me before too. Lots of funny stories with that one. Let's see. Oh, DJ, says, does he have enemies that lurk in your room? That's an interesting question. Hmm.
Far as known enemies, not that I know of. I mean, there might be some people who might consider themselves an enemy, but I mean, I don't know if you're an enemy or not. I mean, like I don't know who's hating or not. I haven't gotten anything that said that people didn't like my streams or didn't like how I mixed or anything like that. So people that I know that are enemies to me, I don't know. That might
Yeah.
be on them, you know.
DJ Genius, this is a funny one. I need Deborah Cox to follow me. Heck, I need her to follow me. Actually, she did like a few posts of mine because I have been posting on her page. I saw her at the Junos. Her speech was really touching. I actually posted it on my Instagram, and it was just talking about all the things she did to move to the States and become something with her music. So it was really, really good. She's really inspiring, and of course Canadian. So I love her and Tamia. I need her to follow me too. So we're on the same page, DJ Genius. We got to get together and figure out how we can get her following us. Do you think that'll be the future of Twitch, where singers like Deborah Cox or like really big singers will also start coming on Twitch? Do you think that could possibly happen?
I definitely think so because that's what like some of the names that I've seen on Twitch now, just like showing up. I definitely think that more people are going to start jumping on the bandwagon to Twitch. As
Hmm.
far as what they do on Twitch, I don't know, but I do think that people will show up on Twitch a lot more. I think Twitch will probably get some more features too. At least there's some things I thought will be good. Maybe like have like some Instagram like features. So like when we go on Instagram, we say I'm about to go live in 30 minutes at the top of the hour or something like that. I think that Twitch is probably going to start jumping on the bandwagon and doing some stuff like that too.
Yeah, that's true. Twitches says Roberta Flack liked a comment of mine. Ooh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Appreciate you, Disco Darren, on that. Yeah, I'm just gonna play my music, press
Oh
the go
gosh.
live button,
DJ
and just
Genius.
just keep it that way.
We're gonna keep that comment moving.
Yeah, I just saw it fly on the screen for a
He says
second. Yeah, I had to look at the chat over.
Deborah Cox inspires me too, probably in a different way. She's married, right? DJ
Oh,
Genius. Sorry.
genius.
You got no chance. You got no chance. She seems pretty loyal to her husband. She's gorgeous, though. She really is. Um, let's see. Yeah, DJ Big Ents. You're so right. Do you guys think that there could be big celebrities or singers that are following, but they use like a different name, like they go under a different name, kind of like Twitch is our radio. I'm really
Probably
thinking. I'm getting
so.
suspicious. I'm like, who is this woman in my chat that wears disguises? So do you think that there could be? I've heard stories actually of some big singers or celebrities that just go under different names. And the thing that's cool is that they could just interact with all of us and just have normalcy, right? Like
Hmm.
it just be normal with people and not everyone's like fangirling them or acting all crazy like myself. So they could be in your chat. You never know. What do you think about that? Do you think they could be? DJ King
I
Kmackulit?
think so that people are hiding behind profiles on Twitch and doing and just following people just how like you say like that normal interaction with
Yeah.
people instead of having hey, this is me, this is Ashanti or Deborah Cox. I think people that are probably on Twitch under different names just to be normal, just to get on there and enjoy the music and enjoy the interactions with people gaming and podcasting and all the other things that are going on here.
Yeah, I think so too. Because can you imagine celebrity life? That would actually probably be a headache. Like you can't even go to the store and like buy a donut without someone like jumping in front
Right
of
up to
you.
you. Hey, can I take a picture of you?
Yeah, like, it
Well,
would just be I mean, I guess we can all be like that a little bit, like,
yeah.
but yeah. And this girl Xtina says Donnie Wahlberg's following her. Ooh, everyone run to this girl Xtina's page. Check out Donnie Wahlberg. That's pretty cool. He might be in your Boston IG live. You
Oh,
never know. So what would you say to someone because you're new to DJing? What would you say to someone just starting out that's pretty intimidated and they're just like, "Oh man, I don't really want to DJ in front of like the Jazzy Jeffs or, all these grand turntablist DJs and they could be intimidated to start." What would you say to them?
just just find your niche. You don't necessarily have to do everything the other DJs do. So I know like there's DJs that like you mentioned there are scratch DJs out there. There's different kind of DJs. There's scratch DJs, DJs that do well with transitions, DJs that they're great at sound, like selecting to music. So just find what you're good at and just go out there and just continue to improve. You don't necessarily have to start off being the greatest scratcher or the greatest person beat matching or anything like that. Just start off where you can, and then just eventually grow to what you just continue to practice and grow.
Yeah, I think that's
This
some
guy, this is crazy.
I know, DJ Genius says, "I'm a hater." You're I could tell you're reading the comments faster than me because 'cause you're laughing at different times, so I'm like, "Hey, he's catching a lot of stuff I'm not catching right now."
Yeah,
Um, let's see. Oh, that's a great idea. Big Stove. He says he knows DJ Vader told me that he goes into you're giving away his secret. He goes into different streams with a burner account. Let's all find out his burner account, guys, because he doesn't want to create a distraction. If he's doing it, then others are doing it as well. I agree. I think that's not
yeah,
a bad idea. But I'm always curious, so I definitely Google, like, I'm like, who are these people? They can see me, I can't see them. Let me see you guys. Let's see here. Big Stove says, but folks may be impersonating celebrities too. That's interesting. Yeah, if you guys know any celebrities that are kind of undercover on Twitch under a different name, throw it in the
mhm,
chat. I'm curious. So DJ Biggs and says T-Pain's on Twitch doing all sorts of things. Can't tell
yeah,
me his celebrity friends aren't watching. That's interesting.
yeah. I follow
Um,
T Pain. I see him. He produces music on his channel. He plays the video games on his channel. He's just talking to random people on his channel. He does
really?
all kinds of stuff on. Well, yeah, T Pain. Then
Is it
definitely.
pretty good? I've never watched his stream. I didn't even know he was on Twitch.
I've watched him like his. I've watched a few of his gamer streams. I know he plays was it Ford Most? It's a like a actual it's a racing game. Ford Morza. I forget how you call it, but he plays that. I've seen him a few times.
Yeah, that's true. So Stirs de
That's
Soul
when they play
says,
music too, like actually creating like songs as well too. So yeah, it's definitely cool to see him on there. And then, like you said, I'm pretty sure. Like I've seen Timbaland, he's on Twitch. I've seen Timbaland on Twitch a few times to like reviewing people's beats and stuff like that. So I'm pretty. They're definitely on Twitch, but like Big Stove said, they're probably under burner accounts of different aliases and just doesn't want to, you know, reveal themselves.
That's true. This girl, Xtina, oh, that's cool. So Mark Wahlberg did pop in once, but he didn't say anything. That's so cool. I think that's really
Oh,
cool. I think the biggest thing that I had was someone mentioned that they're like, Honeyflow, Tony Capone's in your chat room when I was doing Pam the Functress, if you know who she is. She passed away, but she was Prince's DJ. But I've been following this girl since my 20s. Like I met her when I was in my 20s, and she's the one that does all the body tricks on the turntables. She's probably one of the best DJs like I've ever seen in terms of entertainment, body tricks, and just turntablism. She's crazy. So they said Tony Capone. Do you know the Loonies? Like he produced the Loonies and a lot of other guys from the Bay Area. I don't know if it was
okay.
Too Short he's worked with, but like, yeah, so he's pretty big in the 90s. producing the loonies and stuff. So they said that he was in my chat watching me, and I missed that comment, thank God, because my heart, I'd probably be ducking. Like I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like technical, failure right now. I'd probably make up something to make the camera go off or something. Because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I actually have legit ducked under the tables. I think I did that once, or twice before too. Um, let's see here. I'm just looking at the comments. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat for, of course, DJ Kmackulit as well. So, and yeah, and
Oh, I see somebody else in the chat. Living my life like it's golden. What's going on? Living life like it's golden. I didn't see you in the chat earlier. Hey, hey, hey.
let's see here. I'm
Try
just
to
trying
catch some
to
people.
scroll through some of these comments just to see if you guys have any. Definitely, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat too. Have you guys, so you haven't met anyone in Chicago, or if you met anyone off of Twitch, like Disco Darren's in Chicago?
I
Um,
haven't met anyone. Like I said, I know personally Sophie and Troy, DJ Rick 66, and I've been to some places where DJ J Jonah is actually playing it. But besides that, like all the people from Chicago, I've never seen like Quiet Storm, Disco Darren, Mama T Nails, Missy B. A lot of people from Chicago I've never physically met. No, at least
mhm.
that I know of. You know,
Yeah, that's
probably
so
could have ran
true.
across them. So I've probably been in the mall with them at the same time and never knew. But yeah, I've never met them. No.
Oh, whoops. The Skrillexstein is correcting me. It's not Mark, it's Donnie. I get them all confused. Donnie, Mark, same thing. Sean, Shane, Wayne's brothers, same thing. Let's see here. I get it all confused. They should know
Looks
this.
like Mad Live has a question.
Okay,
I see him highlighted something.
you could
Said,
definitely
"What is
read
your
it out, and I'm going to try to find it.
okay?" You said, "What is your favorite piece of equipment to use?" So all I have is this DDJ 1000 at Mad Live. So I just started learning how to DJ in 2020. So it's all I got. I've never touched turntables, any of that stuff. I eventually want to graduate to that, but I feel like there are so many features and things that I could continue to learn with this DDJ 1000 and with the record box software that I'm gonna stick beside it for now. I'm gonna stick beside it. Not gonna
Yeah.
blow any more money on anything else as of right now. But here,
And do you practice a lot too?
I do.
Like,
Yes, a
how long
whole
would you
lot.
say that you practice for a day?
Um, I don't want to say probably not every day, but maybe every other day. Maybe like an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Like once I get off work at night, I definitely turn this laptop on here because I have like I'm actually working on like the monitor that I have right now. I just switched laptops from my working computer to my regular computer, and then fire everything up and then start practicing scratching different transitions, trying to figure out if I put this high pass filter with this reverb when I'm like, transition to a song, see how it sounds. Just one kind of random things.
So how do you, like, prepare for your shows then? Is there something that, like, do you prep all your shows? Like, how do you prepare for them too?
I just jump right on in. I go down the playlist. I separate the songs by BPM. Go down the
Mhm.
list. I do have some playlists within Record Box that I use that I go to, but like that's what I need to work on. Actually, need to work on actually organizing my music because it's terrible. But like I said, it's a hobby to me, so I really don't feel like I have to get in there and organize everything. I just
Mhm.
get on and just start streaming and playing music and go from song to song. Oh, I haven't played this song in a while. Let me play this one. Oh, I like this song. Let me play this one. That's pretty much how it goes. So my DJ
Mhm.
sets pretty much.
So how are you gonna incorporate, like, what's your idea for gaming? Like, when do you think you're gonna bring kind of more of the gaming element in? I think that would be dope watching,
Mhm.
doing the gaming. Like, would it just be straight gaming, no music, and it would just be like your commentary? What exactly would that be?
Oh yeah, I've actually had two gaming streams. They were like 2 hours or so, and I was playing like an old favorite game I used to play when I was a kid. It's called Banjo Kazooie.
Mhm.
And so just playing the game, just talking regularly, like okay, I'm trying to figure out. All right, so if I go over here, I have to do this, have to do that, and just talking into the microphone pretty much. And people, I see people in the chat. I actually have to use my phone to watch the chat because I'm not actually on a computer or anything when I'm actually streaming on Xbox. I just use the phone to watch the chat, respond to people when they come in. And so it's pretty much the. I mean, it was fun to me, honestly. Playing, trying to figure out what was going on. Had people in the chat saying that they've seen this exact same board for the past 2 hours. Well, it's because you have to do one thing here, then go to another board, then you learn this particular skill, then you come back to this board, you can actually unlock something else after you learn that skill. Just going back and forth here.
Mhm.
So
This is a great
yeah,
question too. DJ Mad Life says, "Do you think DJing will become more than just a hobby to you? Do you want to kind of take it to a higher level?" That's a great question, DJ Mad Life.
as of right now, it's definitely a hobby. Currently, um, I do definitely feel like that my skill set has gotten a whole lot better. That I feel like I would actually be confident with playing music out like at a wedding or a party or something like that. But just haven't gotten to that point at all yet. But it's definitely something in probably definitely something that will happen in the future
Yeah.
here.
And Stirs to Soul always has awesome questions too. This is why I think you need to start your own talk show, Stirs to Soul, or do something because you're so creative with questions and everything you bring to our shows. But Stirs to Soul says, "What's the part of this Twitch experience?" You're laughing at something. What's going on? There's
Now, I'm
something
laughing
going on
at
in the chat.
Money in the Bank's comment. Said, "I
Yeah, I know.
don't think
I'm
I've
missing
heard
it.
Mac's normal speaking voice ever."
Oh yeah, that's actually funny.
Yeah, this is
Isn't
this
this
is
your
my
speaking
speaking
voice?
voice. This is my normal
Oh,
voice.
okay.
I know
Why?
when
How
I'm
do you
streaming,
sound? You're
I
high
only
pitched?
like call people's names out weird and randomly and like just talking like crazy stuff. But yeah, actually talking like this, like I've
Yeah.
never did that on Twitch. So Money in the Bank is probably like, oh, that's how he really sounds.
Okay.
Interesting.
Um, so Sturge the Soul has a great
Hey,
question. He says,
Dr.
"What?
Daddy Priest. Hey, Dr. Auntie. Hey,
Hi,
hey, hey.
how you doing, Dr. Dady Priest? Good to see you. Make sure you guys add her too. She does an amazing talk show and puts a lot of effort into the shows that she does, and it's always some type of inspiring message, which I'm all about, which is really awesome. So make sure you guys add Dr. Dady Priest. She truly is the doctor around here in these Twitch streets. So make sure you guys add her. Let's see here. Okay, Stirs to Soul says, "What part of this Twitch experience um, uh, that you least expected?
Expected.
What's the part of this Twitch experience that you least expected, and how have the Twitchlings surprised you?" I like that question. Great
That's a
question.
very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that the way that people are in the real world sometimes carries over to Twitch. So, there's people out there who don't necessarily have the best intent for people that don't wish well for you, that want to cause you harm and things of that nature. It's just finding out that those people that are out there are on Twitch as well too. So there's some things that's been happening with one of the persons that's in the chat where they will send her like nasty messages, saying like, "Why are you in this person's chat? Why are you hanging out with them? Now, why are you affiliated with them?" and things of that nature. And it's like they they're like hiding behind profiles and saying like mean and nasty things to people. So that was the most surprising thing that I thought, because I thought people just on Twitch just to watch people play games, just to vibe
Hmm.
out, listen to music, but just finding out that the terrible people in the world there are
Hmm.
migrating over to Twitch and being terrible people in Twitch. So that was probably the most eye opening thing on Twitch and finding that out.
Is
Definitely.
it anyone that you've known too, or is it just like random people? Would you say like hiding behind an ID, just saying nasty stuff, or do
Yeah,
you think it's also
nothing
just
has
like?
ever been said to me, but I've
Mhm.
heard stories of being said to other people, and of course, like they have like different names. Like we've never seen them in the chat before, thing like that. So it's just that type of thing. Like if if you are a person who actually does this streaming, why would you change to like a burner account or a burner profile, and then get into this person's whisper and say these type of things, which is that's really random, but neither here
Mhm.
nor there. Whatever
No, I hear
it
you. So
is.
then how do you keep, because haters are definitely your motivators as well and your elevators. Like how do you keep going if you say encounter that or you're in front of the camera conducting a show? Like what's some
Mhm,
advice that you can give to just keep pushing forward? Because you're going to see a lot. We have already seen a lot, like even streamers that have if you want to get into a really serious issue, like the streamers that have done live shootings like from Buffalo and different places, just a lot of hate as well.
mhm,
So how do you like block that out? Because that can be a lot, like it really bothered me when I saw a few streamers when they posted, I think on Instagram with all those hate raids, right? And it was just
mhm.
flooded with messages and it bothered me so much. Like, just the fact that someone would even do that to someone else. I don't know. I just cannot fathom that. So how do you kind of just block that out and keep going?
Fortunately, it's never happened to me,
Hmm.
so I really am not sure how to really handle that. But I have seen it in some. I've seen it happen twice. I see in one where there's like the bomb or barragement of comments that's happened. Then I've seen one where it's just like one person that's like making little nasty comments and things like that. As far as when it actually happened, when the barragement of comments, fortunately, she had good mods there,
Hmm.
and they were able to kind of clean up and what I like to call pew pew, like pew
Hmm.
pew, pop them off, so to speak. And then with the other person, he had mods there too. He was actually kind of interacting and engaging with them to see how far they would go. But then when they got to a certain point, then they pew pew them too. So
Yeah.
definitely haven't had that experience, fortunately, which is good.
Yeah, what surprises me is it takes so long. Like, so, Twitch was getting so many comments about the same situations, and it was just taking so long to clear maybe trolls or people that are like that, right?
Hmm.
But one thing that I found helpful, I haven't really used yet, but I do have a message. So, like for StreamYards, it's hard because I can't control anything if I don't have any mods here. Like, I can't seem to block out or do certain things here easy in StreamYards. But if you're conducting a show, you can do a video, and you could, if you guys do get invaded by different people, or people just trying to like heckle your show, then just post a video, like switch it right to something else. And I have like
Hmm.
something like I think I put God bless the haters, and I have like Tyra Banks or someone like waving. So I'm like, okay, I have that ready to go, that video in case you get invaded in your chat room by different thing. I just don't understand
Gotcha.
why people are go behind computers. Like, they don't reveal their faces. They see you clearly, but then they'll spew like any comment they want. I don't get that, but
Right.
it does happen. Uh, Sometimes people feel powerful behind a computer, but they don't realize how much effort it is to get in front of the camera, right? And be transparent too. So, yeah, I always say, always, be kind too. I mean, we're all human, we all mess up, but it's always good to be kind to people too as well. Let's see. Oh, Sophie
Gotcha.
says, "Ain't nobody gonna mess with my guy, DJ Kmac." I don't know how to mod. I'm a do something. So it looks like they're gonna try. Let's see here.
I
Yeah,
see a
so
few comments. So it's like Big Stove is heading out. I appreciate you pulling up, Big Stove.
yes,
Thank you
thank you.
kindly.
Thank you for your support, Big Stove. We appreciate you as well.
It's like DJ
Um,
Genius has a question. So I consider myself the Nick Young of DJs. What athlete correlation would K Mac give himself?
oh, that's a great question. I like that. Trying to find that. That was DJ
I
Genius.
have no clue. Yes.
Can't find that question. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. I had to scroll up. Okay, that's a great question.
I have no clue. Because like I don't think that I'm the greatest out there, so I can't say I'm Michael Jordan in these streets.
I know, but say if you okay,
Um,
say if you wanted to be, forget about, you're only a year or two in the game. Like if you were, I don't know, like a Jazzy Jeff, what you just use your imagination, think big, like what would,
I mean,
you
well,
know,
my
athlete would be.
favorite NBA player is Kevin Durant, so I would probably say I want to get to a Kevin Durant level of
Mhm.
DJing, but I think that's still going to require a whole lot more practice and everything. So,
I'm so
BJ
glad.
Armstrong, thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Sophia Joy. Thanks a
I'm
lot.
so glad you did not say LeBron, or else we would have had our first disagreement online
Oh
right
no.
now.
I mean, I will say LeBron is the greatest
Oh,
player of this generation. Yes, I do give him
Michael
that.
Jordan, Michael
I'm
Jordan
not
all
going
the
to
way.
say that he's my personal favorite, but no, LeBron of this generation. I said LeBron James is the best player of this generation.
Yeah.
So I would say Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and then LeBron James. As far as who's
Uh,
next after LeBron James, I'm not sure right now.
LeBron
But
takes way too many fouls. Come on. Have you not seen his YouTube clips? Him jumping on people and falling down on the ground and whining that like his arm got hurt. A superstar doesn't need to do that. He's
yeah,
good, but
but
that's the only
yeah,
thing I don't like.
you can't deny his stats though. Like the fact that he's still playing at a
Yeah,
high level right now.
him jumping on players. We have a beef a little bit because we're so glad that LeBron left the East so Toronto Raptors could finally win a championship. Do you watch
Oh, yes, man.
basketball or
I used to watch
football?
it a lot. I kind of keep up with it by watching like ESPN highlights and stuff like that. But as far as actually watching a game, I
Mhm.
haven't watched a game in a long time.
Mhm.
Pre Achilles. This go Dan. That's a good question. Pre Achilles injury KD or post injury KD?
Jordan of
Well,
all
I
time.
was a KD fan when he was with OKC. When he went to Golden State and now Brooklyn, it's like okay, I still like him as a player, but it was kind of like you could have stayed at OKC and you were very very close to getting a ring in OKC, but it is what it is. So all
Chicago
around right
definitely
now,
had the baddest team of all time, I think, with all those
with the
superstars. I mean, next to the Lakers, of course, but like I'm sticking to the 90s forever,
oh
especially
yeah, definitely
Jordan.
Chicago
He played with the
Bulls.
flu, man. How many guys do you know would play being completely sick with the flu and passing out right after? That was Jordan, the best of all time.
You have your own shoe named after that fact too. The flu game 12s.
Oh,
Definitely a
really?
fact.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
I didn't know
shoe.
that.
Yeah, it was a shoes like the shoes that he wore was the black and red. I think they were the 12s that he wore during that game, and they're called the flu games because of that.
I should have worn my Raptors jacket just for you today. Not like it'll matter because you guys have won so many championships.
Yeah,
I can't
no.
really say anything to you, never mind. Sophie says food poisoning, and then Stirs is like the flu. Um, Disco's like, "You better
Yes, the
speak on
flu.
it." Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love definitely love basketball. So, is there anything like on your besides DJing? Is there anything on your kind of life bucket list? Like, say if you only had like a few weeks to live, and I know it's a deep question, but I'm always curious to see people's thoughts on it. What would you want to do? Like, what would you want to either accomplish or go to? Is there anything on kind of your life bucket list?
I'm a very, very boring person, so I'm not even sure if there's anything that would be on my list. Like I'm happy just being at home in peace, listening to music, playing music. So I
So
don't
you're
know.
already doing it. You're already doing it then. So
Yeah, I'm
there's
already at peace right now, being a nice, boring person
So there'd be
currently.
nowhere you'd wanna travel to or, like, any place, any destination?
So I always wanted to visit Puerto Rico. I never
Hmm,
got a chance to visit Puerto Rico. It's probably the only place that I would like to visit, honestly. But
mhm.
I don't have like this inner feeling that I have to go visit Puerto Rico or anything like that. Like I'm fine with myself, but Puerto Rico would be a nicer place to go visit. Of course,
Well,
I could
that's
have always made that happen, but I just never felt like doing it. Pretty
yeah, that's
much.
awesome. I think, you're probably the first that I've talked to that doesn't have, that is just like content with, and I think that's awesome because sometimes being content in the smaller things, what you're doing now, I think that's living in the moment, right? Than having this big life bucket list of things that you want to do. So I think that's good. Yeah. Um, so I
Nah,
think
I'm fine, genius. I don't want to visit the south side of Chicago. I'm okay. I've been there before. It's all right.
which side of Chicago are you on?
I'm actually in the suburbs. I'm not really from Chicago. I'm like 20 minutes west of Chicago. I would say with good traffic, like if I could actually just go and drive straight through, but the highways here are terrible. Like there's always traffic. Like the only
Mhm.
time you're not gonna run into traffic is like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But besides that, you're always gonna run into traffic going into Chicago.
Oh
So
yeah, there's a lot of traffic there.
terrible.
DJ, thinks you're rich. He's like,
Yeah, I
you're
saw
rich.
he did say that earlier in the chat. I talked about this DDJ 1000. I kind of skipped over it, but I'm not rich at all, sir. He's like, oh, he rich.
He's on a payment plan maybe for the controller. Maybe he stole the controller. Who knows? I'm just joking. Let's see. What? I don't get this comment. DJ Mad Live says brush Honeyflow's hair. What? What does that mean? What do you mean brush my hair? Do you get his comment? I don't get
I
it.
have no clue.
I
No,
have
your hair
no
looks
clue.
fine. I have no clue what he's
This
talking
is
about
this is
right now.
why I wear a hat, guys. This is why I stick on a hat. You guys don't know that. Oh, DJ Mad Life says, drive a race car backwards. Whatever. They're bugging me because I don't know if you saw my show. I was making fun of some people. Twitch is our radio and a few others. This girl, Xtina, and I was in an airplane, but it looked like it was going backwards like this with the sky. They think I should be a pro graphic designer with my
Oh,
scene. How am I supposed to do you know how to do that in reverse actually? If you have a video, do you know how to put it in reverse where the sky is like moving this way instead of this way?
I'm not a graphic designer at all, so I have no
I don't
clue.
know how to do that. But everyone was
I
commenting
don't
on
know.
it. Hey, I thought my scenes were pretty dope. I thought they were cool. And so does Gen B. Gen B's like, I love the backwards move. Thank you, Gen B. I will never Google you and I will never swipe your pictures and post them on my show. We appreciate you at the Honeyflow Show. All right, guys. So if you guys have like a lasting question, we're definitely going to wrap it up here. It's 7:14. If you got any lasting questions, of course, and I want everyone in the room to make sure you guys add DJ Kmackulit if you're checking out my replay. Anyone on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, make your way over to Twitch as well. You'll see all the comments here. And make sure you guys add him too. It was really dope doing the interview with you. It went by so fast. Wow, I can't believe it's past 7
He
already.
did.
It went by crazy fast. And I actually had to think of other questions on the spot because I didn't realize that you were a newer DJ. So I was like, "Oh, shoot," because I have so many questions for like DJs that have so much experience that it's good,
Hmm.
getting you on. And so again, what would you say to, because I know what I asked the question, what would you say to a new DJ? What about like a new streamer that could be also intimidated to jump on and get in front of the camera and they're like, oh, I'm not ready. My setup isn't right. I don't have this much money for a controller. Like, what do you tell them just to encourage them to get started too?
I
Whether you're a
suggest
gamer, streamer, like anything in general.
just start with whatever that you have, and you can always make the upgrades like going forward. So, like when I first started, I mean, I still don't have great visuals at all for on my stream. I just want to be sure that the audio was clean. So I know I'm focusing on playing music, so I want to be sure that the music is good. So that was the first thing that I was prioritized. But after that, just go ahead and start. If you have the basics, go ahead and do it. If you want to have to do it from your phone, have to do it from your iPad, just go ahead and do it. Pretty much here. I see some people clapping in the chat. Thank you, Woo. I appreciate you. And then we got Ashley in the club, the Dear K Mac segment. I've
Yeah,
been
and you
waiting. The DJ Genius to have an internet famous. I won't say all that. And
yeah,
then
that's
Dr.
hilarious.
Auntie. Yeah, actually, Dr. Auntie, she was one of the first people that would hang out in my streams. And when there was just like one or two people there, it was just me and the bots pretty much. She would always pull up. So thank you very much, Dr. Auntie. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
this is a great comment. I want to read this out. She says, "I remember when you first started streaming." This is from Dr. Dady Priest. She says, "The growth has been amazing. There are seasoned folks who don't have half your talent." I think that's a really great, nice comment, you know? And
Thank you.
it goes to show you don't need 30 years experience. You just need to be who you are. And eventually the right tribe will come to you. It may not be for everyone, but it's going to be
Hmm.
for someone out there. So I just encourage people to keep pushing because it definitely can be up and down for sure when you're streaming, right? But stay consistent, stay on a schedule, and keep plugging away. And eventually you'll find the right people that appreciate your show and know that every show is different. So don't try to copy someone else or be someone else because you're created to just be you, right? So I think that kind of works for shows. Is there anything that you look back like from a year, um, that you could think of that would be different, or like would you? I don't know if you've ever stressed over a show or gotten
Hmm.
worried, but can you look back at your progression, like a year ago? Like, what would you say to yourself from a year ago when you're first starting to now?
I've definitely noticed I'm a whole lot different as far as like the style of how I DJ. Because I actually have a hard drive. I pretty much record almost every set that I do. So whether it's on Twitch, practice sessions, and things of that nature. So sometimes I'll go back to like an old set that I did and listen to it to see how I sounded back then, and then listen to how I sound now. And I would say it's definitely working. All the practice and everything I'm doing is definitely working. So just continue to practice. But as far as changing anything, maybe just being more consistent on Twitch versus just okay, I feel like going on today. Let me go ahead and push the button, so to speak, and actually having an actual schedule. That's something I'm still working on right now, but that's probably the only thing that I would change. Stop being lazy when it comes to streaming and actually have a set schedule in order to do it.
Yeah, set schedule helps so people know when you're actually on, right? So, and they know where to kind of find you as well. So, yeah, set schedule definitely helps for sure. So,
Boogeyman, what up, Boogeyman 757? What up, Abraham? How you feeling? How you feeling? What up? What up? And Disco Darren always he be talking a lot of stuff in the chat.
yeah, I
Disco
think
Darren gonna
so.
be Disco Darren
I
as
think I'm
always,
missing a
but
lot. I've missed a lot, but I'll catch it in my
appreciate you, Disco
replay.
Darren. Appreciate you. Appreciate you,
So,
Dr. Dady Priest. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, thank you everyone for coming through the Honeyflow show. We appreciate you, and hopefully you learned something a little more newer with DJ Kmackulit. Everyone in the room, for the one person that doesn't know him, make sure you add him. And I was going to leave it for you to see who you wanted to actually raid into as well.
That's a good question. Let me see who's on right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking now too. And thank you guys for coming through. I hope you guys learned something new about him as well. In the future, while he's looking, I'm going to be going to Instagram for usually 20 minutes before um, my 5 o'clock show on Wednesdays. And then we're going to continue to do the Wednesday talk show. Yeah, so make sure you guys check it out for other interviews that I'm going to be bringing. I'm going to try to get some more different people, not just streamers, but also I'm going to try to go off of Twitch and find musicians, artists. So if you guys know anyone in the industry and you have like contacts, definitely inbox me because I could use some help with that as well. And I'm definitely looking to bring, just really good interviews to Twitch too. Um, One person I actually really admire and watch right now quite a bit is Angie Martinez. I love her interviews. And Tamron, I think it's Tamron Hall. I really like her talk show too. I think she's awesome. So yeah, definitely inbox me if you guys, can connect with some people. I'd love to hear that and just bring different people on, kind of like what I used to do on my radio show as well. Bring different people because the last 2 years it's been a lot of streamers. So I'm hoping to bring different people on the show and showcase them as well. Yeah. So have you were you able to what did
I
Disco
do
Darren
see
say?
someone. Yes, we're gonna go over to Zero Future. He's a small streamer,
Okay.
but he
Yeah.
always makes sure that he supports me as well as the Get Right Network. So we're gonna pop in on Zero Future.
Can you
We'll put
actually
it,
okay, so it's not DJ, it's just Zero
yeah, just
Future?
Zero Future. I want to put it
Okay.
in the chat
Yeah, that
here.
would be good. I'm just because you gotta I wonder if you gotta add them. Oh, is it Zero with 2 E's?
Yes, Planet Zero.
Ah, okay. I think I
Yeah.
found it here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, put it in the chat anyways, and we'll definitely raid into him. I'm trying to lurk and watch him. Yeah, so he looks kind of he's new. How do you know him?
Mhm.
Just by watching him or
Just
vid-
one of the people. I have no idea who found him, but just one of the people that we ended up finding. It was like, this dude he's pretty dope. And so
Okay,
that's
awesome.
that's a part of what we do as far as the Get Right Network. We just look at the recommended list. We look at people who we already follow that we probably haven't checked out per se. We just go ahead and we all pull up on them at the same time. Everybody that's in the group and
Mhm.
check him out and just show love to him. So he was one of the people that we pulled up on one time, and he's been sticking around ever since. He always shows love to whenever we're streaming. So we're gonna pull up on Zero Future.
Okay, awesome. Another thing I noticed too, it showed, I don't know if it does that to you guys on Twitch, but it shows like unfollows and then I'm following people again. Because I looked at you, I'm
Hmm.
like, how am I just following you? That doesn't make sense. But then I'm like,
Um,
that's probably why I've never seen you on, like when I kind of
that would
go
explain it.
on Twitch too, right? But I noticed that that's happened quite a bit on Twitch, and I'm not sure why. I don't know. I don't know if it's happened to anyone else, but I do notice that quite a bit that that happens. And raids not going through. I got a raid out like 4 times for it to work. So we
Yeah.
are going
I
to,
definitely get left sometimes when people raid
yeah,
out and I'm like, "Oh, I'm still here. I didn't get moved over with the rest of the group. Like, what happened? Like, how
exactly. And
come I
it
didn't get raided over too?" So,
yeah, and it doesn't raid people properly. So yeah, Dr. Dady Priest says Twitch has some glitches, but even people that I've been following, I don't even see like when I try jumping on and looking at their shows, I don't it's like they're invisible. It almost feels like it's
mhm,
becoming a little bit like Facebook. Sorry, Twitch. And I don't know if it's the algorithms now where they only, you know how Facebook shows it doesn't
but
show to
only
all your
certain people.
friends. It only
Right.
shows to 2. Do you guys know this? 2% of your friends, and you have to constantly be posting on their stuff, and Instagram's like that now too. So they could become invisible even though they're on your friends list. And I kind of wonder if Twitch is kind of getting that way too. I don't know, because I'm
Probably
not
so.
seeing a lot of people.
Lovely algorithms.
Yeah, the algorithms, it's crazy. So don't think people are not watching your show. It's just I feel like it's the algorithms, it's a lot of different variables. So it is important to support one another, follow each other, and definitely show up when we can or if we can, to support too. So okay, so we are going to I don't have any mods in the building here, so we are gonna raid into um them right now. So make sure you guys definitely give them, a warm hello, Zero Future. We're going to raid in as well. If you miss it, then just jump on the bus manually. So hopefully this works. So Zero Future. I'm just going to type it in here. I'm going to try rating like 3 times. So hopefully this will work. And
Okay.
thank you again. Thank you so much, DJ Kmackulit, too, for coming on my show. You were a referral from DJ Jonah, and I know you've been on my
Mhm.
show and you've supported, and I appreciate it. It was a great interview, and I thank you for coming today and on IG too.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate everybody pulling up in the chat. Ashton in the club, Dr. Danny Priest, Mad Live, Dan Villa, Fresh, everybody, Sophie and Troy, Boogeyman, Chris Camouflage, Coach Herb. He probably out doing something right now. The Kiki Experience, Woo,
DJ Fresh, this girl
yeah,
Xtina, Disco
Living Life
Darren,
Golden, Zeta Lawyer, DJ Lyris.
Dan Villa, so many of
Oh,
you guys.
y'all. Appreciate
DJ
y'all pulling up on
King
your
Royal.
boy.
Yeah, thank you guys so much and for all your support. If you guys know other people you would like me to interview, definitely inbox me too. I'm looking for more people and I'm looking to do bring different kind of content and different people on the show, not just DJs, but overall streamers and people off Twitch too. So anyone that you think would be a great interview, you'd like to learn something about, definitely inbox me and I'll try to set it up too. I'm actually booking for February, March. I think February is already booked. March, April, May now too. So it's going fast. So definitely inbox me. But let's raid into them now. Looks like it's follower subscribe. Oh, shoot. It says subscribe only chat. That may not work. Um,
Oh,
it
really?
says subscriber only chat. Should I still do it? I mean, we can try it, but then I don't think anyone can really. What do you think? Because I don't think anyone can write in the chat room.
Trouble died.
Unless if someone wants to tell him, could someone inbox him and tell him before this raid goes to take off subscriber only chat? Could be a mistake, right? Or maybe it may not be. I don't know.
Oh, let me
Okay, thank you so much, Ashton
slide
Club.
here.
You told him because the raid is going, so make sure you quickly
Okay.
tell him.
Appreciate you,
We're still
Antoine.
we're still gonna go because I accidentally did that when I first started a show. I'm like, why do I have one person talking
Mhm.
to me the whole night? I'm like, where is
Yeah.
everyone?
But he's a newer streamer, most definitely. He
Yeah, he
gets on,
probably
he
doesn't
just
know.
plays music, he just vibes out. He really don't care about none of that stuff. So that's probably what happened. He probably didn't even doesn't even
And he
realize it.
probably
So
doesn't know how to fix it. But even if he doesn't, still stick around, guys. Like, it means everything, especially to a small streamer, like to any of us. It means everything for people to support. So I'm sure that would could have been an error,
yeah, so
right?
the one that says Zero Future, he has like the cartoon picture, then Planet Zero.
Yeah, it's got
Okay.
two
Yeah,
two
that's him.
E's,
Yeah,
0
that's him.
future. Okay, so it looks
Yep.
like it just
That's him.
rated. Now, let's see if can we go in the chat? I wonder if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try to put raid in the chat. Okay, so it did work. Okay, so it looks like he did shut it off. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
gonna actually try to raid again. I'm gonna raid maybe twice quickly here, see if it works. I know some people don't like the follower only. I'm okay with it. I don't know, because sometimes you get some strange things. So sometimes you got to put follower only. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't anymore
Yeah,
because
the
people
raid
don't
went
like
over.
it.
I went over. I think I'm talking to you through StreamYards now, so
Oh, and
it did
Facebook
go
and
over.
YouTube. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna do one more time because it misses some people and it brings some people over. So I'm gonna do it for a third time, and I think we're good because
Okay.
it still shows quite a few people in our stream right now, which is so strange. But we're gonna try it one more time. Okay, if you guys missed the bus, then walk all over there. See, Stirs de Soul says he's still here. You obviously missed the limousine, Stirs de Soul. We thought you were the driver, and you're supposed to be the driver driving the car, Stirs. And then other people, oh, see, look, this girl Xtina says she missed it too. Do you understand why that happens? It's so
I
strange
have no
because there's a
clue.
lot of people. There's a lot of people still sitting here. Okay, you guys, just I'm going to try the fourth time and then that's it. So just walk over to Zero Future with two E's as well. Okay, so we're going to raid out again. Okay, hopefully this works. Yeah, she's saying it didn't raid. Um, that's okay. We'll leave it there. Thank you again, and hopefully I'll be able to check out more of your shows too. And yeah, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it and all the support. And we'll definitely
Definitely.
definitely be connected as well.
Thank you, thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me, Honeyflow.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
You enjoy.
Yeah, have a great day. Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.